Hey, Mark Officer, are you ready for the moderately adequate, kind of good show sometimes?
I want to talk about this moderately accurate stuff because that's just Daredevil. Sums it up. It was moderately accurate. Should have been called bored again because that's what it was. That show was boring. I don't know how anybody sat there and watched it. It was worse than freaking Moon Knight. That's all I have to say. But, I'm ready. Let's go.
DC Homer. All right, fellas.
I got a Marvel book right here.
What the hell's that?
It was Godzilla Hulk.
Oh, Godzilla Hulk. Oh, Jesus.
It was bad.
Thing away. I don't want to look at that again. I'm ruining my Godzilla experiences. Damn you, Marvel.
I'm not reading anymore. I'm done.
I'm still going to read the other ones, but I'm not looking forward to them.
They went on the kaiju train, so they got it.
Everybody's doing it, though. I mean, DC's got their part 2 with Kong coming, and
we're gonna get
at least
IDW's been doing stuff with the Godzilla fighting cities. Like, hey, Godzilla versus Chicago. Why not?
And what's also Godzilla versus American Godzilla is this week's book or something like that. There's 2 different ones. Like
what they need to do is actually make a good Godzilla game because this was the last Godzilla game, and it was bad.
Well, what could it be?
You mean Destroy All Monsters sequel?
Is that what you want? Like, you just want kaiju fights, or do you
want kaiju fights?
Big kaiju's knocking each other around.
But you don't want to do like a Sim City where you build a whole city and then Godzilla just randomly shows up and wrecks it, and then you got to fix it.
Look at Godzilla Rampage crossover. You got to destroy buildings in a set amount of time while fighting kaijus.
Well, we could try that.
You make an Ultraman game or Jet Jaguar.
Oh, anyway, as you guys can see, we're without Marco for one more week. He's still over in Japan. Dub might be hopping on a little later, as is, who knows, Corbin. Corbin's a wild card, so we could have a full-up panel, even though we don't have a lot for you today as far as materials go. I mean, we got some news, we got some reviews. I'm going to try out a top 5 segment, but I don't know. We'll see how this goes. We're just kind of winging it.
And I'm planning to get all my bad hot takes, so that works tonight.
Yeah, get them all out now.
Yeah, I'll get them all out now.
Just go ahead. You are now in the role of Marco today.
I just had a heel turn on my show this week, so it fits perfectly.
There you go.
Hollywood Brucifer.
Did you shoe polish up the rest of the beard or no?
Oh, that's next week.
All right.
So it's going to be Kingdom World Order taking over.
Nice.
Oh boy, something to look forward to.
You can join Sticks.
I'll be ready for him.
You just gotta wear a bandana. That's what you gotta do.
Yeah, the bandana. I'm the toothpick. I'm the bad guy.
The bad guy.
Well, you gotta get some stuff going too. Then you gotta get a little 5 o'clock shadow showing. Something.
Yeah, because you look like you're 12.
Man.
9.
Oh, I guess we should say hi to the chat. Is that what Marco usually does? We should probably.
Who's in the chat today?
Yeah, you gotta take like 15 minutes saying hi to the chat,
and then you have to read,
yeah.
You have to mess
trail
up
off as you read.
Yeah.
Oh, I could do the trail off thing. Yeah, that's right. Well, GT key usually in there first with the emoji symbols of waves and thumbs ups and middle fingers and whatever mood
high five
GT is in. Bedazzle? Did I say that right?
Yeah, Bedazzle.
Bedazzle. All right, Nerdy Geek, let's do this.
I love this icon.
Jim Camille? Yeah, popcorn ready. I could go for some popcorn, actually.
Jim.
Barlord. Meyer. Yeah, no, Marco's still in Japan, Meyer. He'll be back. He's with us in spirit, as you can see with Mark Officer. Marco Officer? I don't know how to say it right.
He's hiding out in the industry.
Just call me Hollywood Brucifer.
All right, Hollywood Brucifer. What's up, Jeff? Life is off until Tuesday. I just got one more day. I just got to get through tomorrow. I took off Friday, so I got to get through tomorrow, and I can enjoy the NFL draft. and then relax.
Oh God.
The draft is already. Jeez.
Tomorrow.
It's okay. The Jets
We're
will blow
gonna
it.
just have the Super Bowl.
They can't blow it. There's 2 guys. One of those 2 guys better be there.
No,
That's all they
they're
need
gonna
to
blow
do.
it. They're gonna blow
Yeah,
it.
probably.
Shador Sanders.
Oh Jesus! Don't jinx it. I don't want to hear such things.
I thought the draft was next week.
Hey Phil.
Isn't it usually
What
the
we
1st
got
of
in
May?
here?
God.
Nope. Last week of April.
Degrassi.
Gigabash.
What's Gigabash? Is that another Godzilla game?
It's a mobile game, isn't it?
Oh, well, those don't count.
I'm not sure.
I don't count phone games. I don't know.
Mm.
They're more like time fillers.
Yeah.
It's like I'm not counting the highlight magazine at the doctor's office as like a magazine. It's a time filler thing that you do when you're at a doctor's office.
It's an activity book.
Yeah, exactly.
Pretty much.
It's an activity book.
Grumpy G, only one for me. As I said, I got 1 day left till the weekend.
I have a weekend every day.
Jay says Brooklyn.
Yes, sir.
All right, I don't know. I get tired of saying hello to everybody. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody.
Welcome.
All right, what do you want us to try off this new segment that Marco pitched to me, and I said, all right, I can probably whip something together, and then
What is
I
it?
whipped it together, and then I decided, you know what? Since I took the time to do this last night, I guess we will have a show because we weren't even going to do a show today. We were going to take the week off.
I said take the week off. I was all for that.
I was too. I was all ready to just try to take over the television and keep playing Assassin's Creed as long as I could. But here we are. So let's try out my new segment, which is going to be a kind of a tweak on something we tried already. All right, it's going to be a top 5.
Ooh.
These are so anybody doesn't like them, you could blame me. My personal top 5 covers for this week, both regular and variants. If you guys watch the shorts on the channel, it's pretty much that, though I did tweak one of them because I kind of pivoted on the fly if you watched the Wednesday watch list too on what my favorite cover of the week is. So with that said, let's not waste any more time. I want to get your guys' reactions to some of these books and take a look at first these top 5 covers of the week.
Is that what's on that wall?
It's spray paint.
You want spray paint? I don't know.
To, change that
Like a
color up a
prison
little bit.
cell wall.
Oh, jeez. I was trying to go with the color scheme. Now you got people thinking the wrong thing. Now, Zaggy's not even here yet. You gotta take it down that route. All right. Anyway, with the spray paint dribble aside, I'll take that into consideration for next dribble.
I'm just waiting for a jizz variant to pop up now.
Oh, boy. Well, not that, but here we go with our first book, Green Lantern Dark #4.
Ooh,
I just like this.
that's a really good cover.
It's nothing like I'm not reading this book. I don't know what's going on with this version of an Elseworlds Green Lantern. I just saw this cover, like the butterflies coming out of the eyeballs. I thought it was just a cool cover. So, Nimit Malavia, saying it right?
Malavia, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Like I said, I just liked it.
I like that cover. There's something about it.
Yeah, just caught my eye, and I just said, I'm not reading this book, but I do like this cover.
Her eyes are supposed to be open?
Yeah.
They are, but with butterflies
But butterfly eyelids?
climbing out of them, yeah. I don't know. It was just creepy, kind of weird. And what is it? Hello Darkness? I was trying to think. What's that Boom one? Hello Darkness kind of way.
Yeah.
So
Anyway.
Boom, you would need the black.
It's
and white.
definitely different. It's definitely different. And
If it was
like
Boom, Prison would be doing it.
Yeah, that's it does have a Frizen kind of vibe with it. Like I could see that kind of design. But we'll go on now to #4. This is just a straight up Star Sapphire here, but Miguel Mercado. I don't know. Once again, I just dig it. I don't know. It's just solid cover.
It looks too soft to me. I don't know why I don't like this one, but it looks.
Yeah, I got
like,
you.
almost like
It's
it's
got a little
like took a
out of
picture
focus.
and smeared petroleum on the lens or something.
Petroleum. Did you get a lot of petroleum on your lens?
Well, you guys are just really just laying into this
Yeah, that's
dribble
what we
and spray paint on the side now. We got petroleum jelly getting mixed in now. I'll move on from here then.
I blame Bruce.
Also, you know my stance on lens flare on comic covers.
Oh well, yeah.
That's true. That's true.
Well, she's got a ring. What do you want from her? She's gonna get a flare. She's got a power. We got a ring of, not a ring of power. That's
Ring of power.
wrong product. Anyway, all right. So number 3, right here in the middle, just the C cover on G.I. Joe number 6, which we will be talking about later this week. I don't know. Cobra Commander, a whole bunch of snakes coming at it. Just thought it was cool.
Trippy.
Plus the yellow.
I like it.
Yellow catches the eye. Bunch of snakes. Cobra Commander. We'll get to that book later when we get to the review. And then here's the pivot point where I flip-flopped. If you watch the short, I flip-flop 1 and 2. My new number 2 is now the Delato for One World Under Doom, which, again, just a solid Doom. It's a bit dark.
Yeah. I don't like it.
It's very Delato. I don't know. Looks like he's doing like a put up your dukes.
If it was Dark Side, it would be, this is the greatest thing ever.
Oh, get out of here.
No,
Dark Side, they don't
Doom,
do Dark Side on covers. Looks like he just took Doom and just pasted him on from another.
He's in a
freaking cutout
hallway
or
in a castle. That's why it's
It
so
looks
dark.
like come on. There's no depth of feel in that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't hang that in my room.
Marco Mug. We don't have any mug shots. Where are we gonna get mug shots from? He's in Japan. Extradition.
They just cane you.
They're on the way. They're on the way from the State Department.
He's too big to put in a Japanese prison. That's
Oh no.
All right, so this was my favorite cover as far as the short goes, but I flip-flopped it because after looking at it again, I decided to go with the decal just because
the call.
I don't know if it's decal. Is it decal? Decal?
I would say
it's Decal.
Decal, but I've heard people say Decal. I don't know.
I don't know.
Really
Is it like Method Man? Decal? Like, I don't know, is it decal?
I don't know.
I don't know. I like her. I just like she looks a little bit like Gal Gadot in this, this
That
image.
explains a lot.
And-
If Liefeld did the same cover, we would be yelling because there are no feet.
I don't need to see her feet. I would like to see more of the form, but
She'd
we
also have
don't
a
need-
vest with several patches and pockets on
Yes.
it, and also
Pockets.
Well, she does have those little.
Gun.
She got those little golden orbs there on her. Took us.
Yeah, what is that?
So instead
yeah, I
of
really
those
good
are
design of the
pouches.
costume. Like it's like a giant onesie, but then they kind of try to put gold stuff on her hip. I don't.
And she does have that like high '90s collar. Like she's got that going on. So maybe I don't know. That's it. I don't know. Those were the 5 that I liked this week. What did I miss? Are there any regular covers that you can think of that I didn't get to in
I
these
think it
5?
was
That
just
you
a-
like?
They came out this week.
This week, just this week.
There was a
You gonna
cover.
flip through your
I think it
stack?
was just a cover price variant, like a cover D or something for The Witcher, the Bear and the Butterfly, which was like a really cool negative space.
Oh, the white
cover.
the mostly white one. Yeah, that one was
Yeah, I
all right. I
forget who
thought
the
I just
artist
liked
was.
the A on that Witcher book.
Yeah, the A was good too.
The other 2 were kind of red, like a lot of red, heavy reds. I was like,
Yeah, there's no
They're
red
okay.
and black on a Witcher book. But
I
Good
did
done.
like what was that? The Villa Lobos on the New Champions.
oh yeah, that one was all right. I forgot about that one.
Yeah.
I think I went with the Mercado instead, but yeah. that
It
one
wasn't his best work, but it was a nice cover.
All right. Well, keep that in mind because we may have something similar in the variants portion of the segment because I'm going to do the top 5 variants. So these are incentive variants. Some of those other ones are like B covers, C covers, open order stuff. This is the incentive stuff. And it still has the white spray paint dribble. Anyway, I don't know why I picked this one. It's just one of those things. It's every once in a while I just see it and I go, I don't know, I just kind of liked it. This dust didn't win. It's got like kind of a childlike, it feels like a kid's book, like it's a cover to some sort of kid's book that I want to read. And it's just a cool
like a good dragon
snake
cover.
dragon thing and flying eyeballs with bat wings. I don't know.
Yeah, this is. I thought this was great.
I just like it.
The one he did the one for number 6 where she's on a cliff with monsters around her, and that one's good too. I really like this cover.
Have you ever played Terraria?
No.
I know of it, but I did not play
Okay.
it.
So this is what this reminds me of. There's like these snake creatures, and there are like bat winged eyeballs in that game. So it reminds me of Terraria.
Interesting. Well, it's 1 in 25 if you're curious of the ratio variant. And I went lower for the next one.
Shops had this lower than ratio, so
I don't know why I like this so much. It's just a 1 in 10. It looks like a movie that I want to watch from the 80s. That's all. I think that's probably why. It looks like a movie poster for Meatballs meets Bigfoot on the set of an action movie with Smokey and the Bandit mixed in, and there's a giant mech
looks like
sheriff
like a
down
Big
below.
Trouble
I
in
don't know
Little
what's
China.
going on here, but
I was actually on a stream earlier, and one of the women on the panel had this, and she called it like Alabamian Dukes of Hazzard or something, because it takes place in
Alabamian.
Alabama.
Moonshine.
Is that a nice way to say redneck?
Yeah, they adopt a Bigfoot that's lost on a truck.
a Bigfoot that looks like Beast.
Yes,
He does look like Beast. Does look like Beast.
She showed a panel. One of the women characters, has her feet on the dashboard of a car doing her nails. I'm like, that is such a Southern thing to do.
But I don't know. It's just like I said. You got a sheriff mech with a Gatling gun on his shoulder, and I've got like a mad scientist, Dr. Wiley over there. We got a Wizard of Oz, or not Wizard of Oz, Alice in Wonderland thing going on at the top. There's just a lot of craziness going on here. I just liked it.
Yeah, one of our LCSs, Bruce, has this as a their own cover for it.
Really?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They did their own cover for Moonshine Bigfoot.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, well
that's
number 3.
30, right?
I do like these Dave Johnsons. He's doing these ads. They're just fun.
Freeze breath.
So, yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I just like them. It's a fun idea. I like them.
Yeah, it's a different way to do homages.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's better than getting the same old stuff that we always see, you know, and
an homage of an homage.
It's definitely out thinking outside the box
as
far as homages go.
Now, normally for the next one, I don't like doing the virgin version of a cover you also could get a trade dress on, but sometimes I got to do it. And I went with my second favorite of the week, the Villalobos, but he's doing Black Cat.
The 1 in 100.
And it's a 1 in 100. I'm not paying 1 in 100 money. I'm fine with the trade dress version of this one for Amazing Spider-Man #2, but I do like Villalobos doing his best. Adam Hughes doing Catwoman, but it's Black Cat, and it's on. I don't know. I just like it.
It's a good cover, but I would never pay money for Marvel's lazy ass virgin variants.
No, exactly.
Right.
But I needed the spot to fill the variant spot. I was like, you know what? I couldn't fit this in my 5, so I put this in here. The other 5, so I put one of the 2. So I went with the virgin for here, which leaves us with just one more.
Really quick, the only time I get virgin variants like this, not at 1 in 100 though, is if the trade dress covers up some of the art that I like. If it looks better as a virgin than it does with the trade dress, that's the only time I ever buy a virgin variant.
I mean, that's a fair point.
Sometimes there's the opposite problem. When they take the trade dress off, it looks weird. It looks like there's
too much empty space.
Right.
Yeah.
And like I said, we got one left, and I just really like this Mayhew. I don't want to read this book anymore. This Eddie Brock Absolute Carnage, but this 1 in 25 by Mayhew is just. I feel like I could feel the texture of all the symbiote and the sinew and the whatever. It just, I just like it.
I don't know. I haven't been a fan of Mayhew in a long time.
Well, because he's been doing his own thing, doing his own store exclusives, a bunch of homages as well here and there. But I don't know. I just like this one.
He lost me with I think it was him that did like the 12 different sneaker covers.
Yeah, that's him. Yeah, that's him.
Yeah. So he lost me with that.
I never got.
He still does good work. So every one of those people can still come back with a good cover. This was a good cover. So.
I just like it. And I don't know. This one might be selling this week too. Midtown was asking a lot right out of the gate. So I'm like, okay. But we'll see. And those were the variants of the week, which ends just this. Supposed to be a kind of a quick segment. Again, trying to feel it out, feel the pacing of it. But I'm going to try it again next week. So we'll see what I got for you then.
I liked it. Good segment.
Nice.
Yeah.
And that whole splooge on the wall added a whole new
Oh,
dynamic.
that I'm gonna have to fix because you ruins it. You ruins it.
Now you can't unsee it.
I can't unsee it. Now it's just there.
Like I was the only one thinking that.
You were.
Oh yeah, I was.
And then JJ had to add. Well, actually, he didn't add on. He had petroleum jelly mentioned for another reason, but then it just kind of still
That was
played
more of
into
a
the whole
Simpsons
thing.
reference that nobody caught. But
I know. Well, I was too distracted by worrying about the white splooge in the corner. Anyway, all right. Do we want to go to do our reviews next, or we want to try out Little Kingdom of Nerds?
Let's do Kingdom of Nerds first. Let's
right.
do it. So for everyone here, if you don't know, I do once a week I do a on the hunt video for DCU logo variants. I am up to 8 episodes. The 9th episode will drop tomorrow, and here is a little preview of what I do on my show.
I tell you to do these things forever.
Thank you, Joe and Pete, for collaborating on my layout for my thumbnails. Thank you. First up, we have Superman in Action Comics 704, October of 1994. There's no sales data for this bad boy. And there's one graded on the CGC census, which is an 8.0, which
Ooh.
I own.
Wait, did you grade it?
Did you grade it?
8.0. They screwed me over. I don't know why they gave me 8. They just
Okay,
said,
so you got it graded. You got it graded.
I
You graded
graded
it yourself. Okay.
Yes.
Well,
I
don't
have
know.
one.
I'd
I
buy
have
the
one at
graded copy.
CGC now. That's a higher grade. So, and you asked me why would I get an 8.0 grade? Is because these books are so hard to come by.
yeah, you never
And
find them in
really
good shape, anyways.
No.
When you find them,
You're not just a huge John Bogdanovich fan, isn't that who did this one?
I am not a
Used to
big
Superman back then.
fan.
I just like saying Bogdanovich.
enjoy mullet Superman.
Yeah, white splooge. Nobody said white splooge, Mama Bear.
I did. Sorry.
Oh,
She's right. I did.
This is a semi-rare. It's a semi-rare cover. It pops up.
The Geis. Jackson Geis.
Oh, guys. This comic shows up once in a while on eBay.
Oh, Butch Geis, not Jackson. Butch.
Never shows up in back issue
Oh,
bins, but it's out there if you look for it, but not in good condition. Then we have Animaniacs #1 from March of 1995. Fair market value $30. Last sold for $30, $3,325. There are currently 5 graded on the CGC census. There are 0.98s. The highest is a 9.6. This was super rare up until a few months ago when some guy from Puerto Rico decided to put 40 or 50 packs of these on eBay.
Wait, what?
This seems like it'd be is it a 2-pack?
It's not a 2-pack. Well, it's a 2-pack, but then there's a cassette inside the packaging. So that cassette ruins the spine.
Oh, yeah.
Big time.
I got those Spidey. I got one of those Spidey cassette tape comics, and yeah.
Oh, yeah. Needless to say, I probably bought like 7 of these from this guy. Try to get a 9.6 or 9.8. When you open that pack, a lot of them have been destroyed. So can't blame the guy for selling them.
Wonder where he got 40 of them.
Probably hoarded all of them.
Hey,
from Puerto Rico?
A
Liquidation somewhere, probably.
Yeah. Warehouse find.
I guess so.
Floated over in a empty cargo bale.
Then we have Catwoman #11 from May of 1994. Fair market value $10. Last sold last October for $10. 3 graded on the CGC census and 1 CGC 9.8.
Wow.
And also with the census, that's what we have recognized now, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there's a chance there could be more that are under the regular labels that
Yes.
CGC didn't decide to
Yes.
call them out, or the person grading it didn't decide to call it out. So there's a
Yeah, 'cause I
possibility
know-
of a few more, but
Because I have quite a few people reached out to me that they are not going to take the chance and send it to CGC and get it relabeled and lose their grades.
oh, they're worried about a
Yeah.
downgrade. Oh, it is
Does that
Downgrade.
happen a lot though?
Well, you got a 9.8. No, for a DCU,
I've
we're
only-
gonna make this an
Just for a
8.0.
reholder? Or
I've
what?
only had that happen once, and that was for a signing. I sent in
Yeah.
a 9.6. It came back a 9.0.
I would think if it hasn't been handled or anything, I wouldn't think it would be. Probably
The CGC, of course, is going to get handled.
Yeah, I mean the signing, it could be whoever was
Yeah.
signing it, just kind of
Yeah, that's
Oh,
what I mean.
in on it.
Signing
It was
doesn't-
McFarlane. It was a Batman
God was
423.
eating lunch while signing your book, and he's got his
Yeah,
taco grease on there.
eating what was he eating? Skittles. So rainbow colored
Skittles?
speck on the cover.
Doritos. He was just
Got
having
some
Doritos and
fingerprints all
Cheetos.
over.
Cheetos.
Trace amount of Cheetos dust.
You know, and if you send books in to be signed by Liefeld, just expect some sugar on the cover.
Sugar.
That's what we're calling it.
I think they call it snow.
Oh.
Yeah.
Here we have Flash 102, Mango by Mongo, April 1995. Fair market value $3. Last sold for $2 in January
Wow.
2025.
$3, huh?
$3. There are 2 graded on the CGC census. I own both of them.
Grading those
8.5
$2
and
books.
a 9.
Grading that $3 book.
9.2, 9.6, 9.2, 9.6. Yeah, it seems like I'm the only one grading my DCU logos. I don't understand it.
Be a pedigree.
Right, because it's only worth $3.
I never realized Mongol was a Simpsons character.
He was.
Hello?
He's yellow and he only has
And he's
4
got 3
fingers.
fingers.
He's got 3 fingers and a thumb. Like, never noticed that until now.
I do like when they do the I guess color matching DC Universe logo.
Oh
It's
yeah,
like
we're kind of blend it.
solid white. Solid white looks, obviously more like a barcode, but I like when they do the color match like that, or kind of a color match.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
This is I don't understand how someone sold this for $3. This is a rare DC universe. This does not come up that often.
Well, I
Some
also
people
wonder
just don't
how they sold
know
it.
or
Like,
care.
was it possible they threw it up at auction and that's the starting bid, then it just kind of went? It's because sometimes people sell things at auction that no one's looking for right now. You're not going to get the money you expect because you're limiting your window.
No, I mean, if they put DCU logo, Bruce will probably buy it anyway.
Yeah, but Bruce
He'll
has to
sell
be
it.
looking for this book for that week.
Oh,
But if you list it for like a buy it now at whatever your price you want,
Yeah,
it'll be up
I
there
have.
for a while. And a character like Bruce can find it eventually.
Yeah, because I have all my save searches on multiple platforms are DCU, DC Universe, DCU logo lot, then the specific issues that I'm looking for. Because some people just like a couple weeks ago, I got Man of Steel number 50. It wasn't listed as a DCU, but it was. I got it for $6. That book is not worth $6.
Yeah. That's how I
It's
bought a
worth
lot of
$3.
them.
Worth like 50. Damn it.
A lot of times too, you'll
Yes.
see them in lots where they don't even label it a DCU.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people don't know what they are. That's kind of
Yeah.
why I think it's a fun topic. It's a fun thing to put out there.
Yeah, that's why I got.
Catman had
I
a
got
question. Do you know
What?
the answer to that, Bruce? How many 0-hour UPC
Nope.
covariants?
How rare are the DC 0-hour UPC covariants? They're not that rare because they're all over eBay. They're all on whatnot. You can buy the packs for like $40 and get all of them.
Yeah,
0
I was
hour
about to say, I
still
imagine
ran.
They sold them as packs, like big, 20 book packs or something.
Yeah. Well, that's also the DC. Oh, it's also during the 90s too, so they made a lot of books back then too.
Well, 0-hour had a big push too.
The 0-hour variants got a lot more attention back then, so people tended to keep them in better condition.
Well, what's
And,
what's the broader general like time frame we have on your DC Universe variants? Like what
the
years do we know
DCU
they stretch?
The earliest one was 89, which is Batman Annual number 13, I believe. And then it skips to 1992. And then the last DCU is from almost the end of 1996.
Okay.
So the last one was in
A
96.
few
I
years.
never knew I had the first one. I didn't know that annual was the first one.
Yeah, Batman Annual 813, I mean.
Nice.
And I'll do one more. This way you guys can, one more, you come to my show, you can check out all the videos that I've done and stuff. And finally,
I also have the playlist on our channel here too, so you guys can go check it out down below.
Yeah. So we have Superman Doomsday Hunter Prey Book 1 from April 1994. No sales data.
I sold one.
2 grade on the CGC census. 2 CGC 9.8s. One of those 9.8s is mine. And how do you know this is a DCU? Because it's on the back.
Right.
On the back. It's also prestige, right?
Huh?
Yeah.
Isn't this a prestige format? Like
Prestige,
nice glossy,
trade.
square bound.
Mhm.
Yep.
It's like $5.
It's like a 46-page book.
Yeah.
Back
the
when
case
comics
for
were
this
only
thing is
like
huge.
$1.
The case for this thing is huge. It's crazy.
I sold one not too long ago.
This issue 1, 2, and 3, they all have the DCU Universe logos, and they came in a pack.
As I say, it probably came in a 3-pack, right?
Yeah, 3-pack. So if you, unlike most DCUs where you have to go through every book and pull them out the box, you actually have to pull it out the box, take it out the bag, and look at the bag.
Look at the back. You got to bend it over and see what. Is it a boy or girl? Turn the puppy over.
It's a Doomsday.
That and there's newsstand variants that are like that too, that where the UPC is on the back and people miss it.
Yeah.
Well, people miss the ones on the front too because they're flipping at the top.
Well,
they just see the top of the book. They just keep going.
It's kind of
keep
amazing
going.
how many people buy a comic and never take it out of the bag. And like,
I feel like I got it, especially depending on where I'm getting it from. But a lot of times, the bags are all old and dirty and dusty. Like I usually read back and forth
at some point.
So check out my videos on DCU logo variants. A new episode will hit tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern. Thank you, Pete, for letting me showcase my.
I thought it was a good idea. I figured give the audience a chance. Give it a shot. Taste test. Oh, because now I guess we're gonna roll right into our reviews. Yeah, we'll do reviews and then we'll go into the news and see if anybody else decides to hop on here, whether it be Corbin or Dub. Otherwise, like I told, they can take the night off. We're covered here. But all right, let me run the thing and we'll get into reviews.
Before you do that, let me just show one more thing.
Sure. Can't find the right. There it is. That's the background I want.
There it is. So there was one trade paperback. There was a DCU.
One trade.
Lois and Clark.
Oh, Dean Cain.
Dean Cain.
I think he's going to be down here this weekend.
Should get him to sign it.
That's what I was thinking about. I think he's supposed to be at the Super Jersey Expo this weekend, but I'm not sure.
Was he going to be in Niagara Falls?
Oh, I don't even know.
Would you say that DCU variant is both real and spectacular? Pete got it.
I did get it.
Really spectacular.
Can't believe you send a woman in there to do that. Anyway, all right. Let's start it off. Let's get weird. Let's start it off. Let's just get it out of the way. I gave it another try. We got the second issue of Absolute Martian Manhunter. I read the first one.
First question.
People told me how much they loved the first one. I remember reading the first one going, I mean, it wasn't bad, but I don't know, just wasn't for me. What do you guys think of this one?
It's something. I mean, I think you just summed it up for me. Like it had the same principle. Like it wasn't bad. I think it was a little bit better than the first one, maybe just because I was getting more used to it. Because I
Yeah.
went back and I read this is only the second issue, so I went back and read the first one before I read this one. But like, it's still not for me, probably. That way.
Yeah. I think this might read better like in a trade. Like once it's all done, all 6 issues are done. I think reading it straight through, it might play better than. Again, I was reading through this one again, and I was like, "Where did we end off with the last one?" I couldn't even really remember. And I don't know. It's not bad, but I don't know if it's for me.
It's like an acid.
It's weird. Is he really possessed, or is he all in his head, or I don't know what's going on. I really don't.
And the book makes choices. Like in this one, are we spoiling stories or no? I guess we don't spoil.
Try not to, but I don't know if you can spoil this because I don't know. You'll probably say something. I won't know what you're talking about.
Well, let's just say there's the character in this that's a kind of like an active shooter scenario, and the character's name is Trigger Taylor. I mean, really?
It's almost like a live character.
Like, and then like I don't know. It made some choices. I was not impressed. I actually I kind of grew to like the art a little bit. It's different.
Yeah,
like
the art I had no problem with. I mean, yes,
art, I like all that,
art, actually. Art was actually not bad. I don't mind a good. I don't know. I don't know how to.
I don't mind it being different art wise, but the way the story.
Is this a mini or ongoing?
Is weird.
Mini 6, okay. I think. That's what I mean. Once all 6 are done, I think it might read better straight through. So at this point, I think I'm just gonna stop and just read it when it's done, and just try to sit down and read it beginning to end. Because again, it's not bad, but it's not 100% for me. So I'm going crooked up.
It's an indie book in DC. That's what it is. This is an indie book. If this was at Image or somewhere else, it'd be an indie book, and everybody be raving about it. It's so different from DC, but it's DC, and it's I don't know. It just feels out of place at DC for me. Crooked thumbs up. I still want to read. I'm still going to finish it.
Well, this way, if it's a take on the Trigger Twins, it's a very quick one.
Again, that sounds like a Liefeld character name.
Leave it for me. If something hasn't really hooked me and I'm still wishy-washy on it after like 2 or 3 issues, I'm probably putting it down. Like you said, it may be better to come back and revisit it as like a trade paperback and kind of read it all at once. But
that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. But I'm still going leave it. I'll go crooked thumb, leave it. How about that?
All right, you got crooked down. We got that. I can give you that. Sticks, I'm sure you didn't get to this on your own. I didn't give Sticks the list, so unless Sticks decided, you know what, I'm gonna go read Big Rainbow Fingered Alien Dude because
I'm not into. I haven't started reading Absolutes yet. I'll wait a little bit until there's some more. The way you describe it, though, it sounds like maybe he's. I don't want to say bipolar, but like there's dual personality going on.
They kind of allude to it could be a possibility.
Yeah,
that's what this all is.
So he might have like some sort of like he comes to Earth, gets amnesia or something, and so he's struggling.
Or he's just a regular guy with a tumor growing in his head. We
don't
know.
Not a tumor.
It might be the hallucinations that's doing it.
But we'll give it a loose. Take it if you're into this. You already know if you're into it or not. You'll look at the cover and be like, I don't know if I want this. If the cover's going to turn you off, just leave the book behind because the insides are not going to make it any easier on you.
Yeah, the cover does not turn me off to it, but I mean, I like some kind of psychedelic stuff on there. Sometimes, depending on the series. So
I'll make sure they put a TARDIS on the cover for the next issue.
Well, there you go. That definitely
Not make you read it.
All right, what if we don't use the TARDIS, but we put No Feet and my favorite cover of the week in here instead? Superman number 25, anniversary issue for Soups, part of DC All In.
This goes thumbs up. This book went hard.
Thumbs in.
Hard.
Thumbs in. That's right. That's how we got all that white in the corner.
Oh.
And that is why Dom is not on the show. No. He went all in. this was a great book. I love this story. I know what's coming next, so I'm very hyped. For people that didn't read the, well, I'm not going to spoil it. Go ahead.
Yeah, try not to spoil it, but I know before we started, JJ and I were talking about this a little bit because we're not regular Superman readers, and I think I've touched a Superman book before he has, and there's a lot to unpack in this book. If you're not keeping up, you're going to be like, wait, how many of them? Who? What?
Everybody had superpowers, first of all, which I
there was that, and I
don't mean like superpowers, like I don't mean just like superpowers in general either. I mean like Superman-based superpowers, and then there's like a whole bunch of Lexes running around. What's going on? And there's like some weird like Mercy Graves dream sequence that happens near the beginning. I'm like, what the hell?
Oh yeah, because she was starting to get to know Lex on a personal level, and she wanted the
like
old
real
Lex
personal.
Back. Yeah.
I don't know.
Getting into little Lex.
It would probably flow much better if I knew both the previous and where it was going, but I was so lost in the weeds. I probably can't recommend this one way or another, to be perfectly honest. But I guess I'd say leave it because I didn't have any desire to go back and read it.
For everyone that's reading this, you know where she got her powers from. Let's just say where she got her powers from is coming.
Oh.
Yeah.
Coming to take him back.
Coming to take him back and get revenge for her having the powers. There's only a few Kryptonians alive. Just saying. Only a few.
Is it someone you have to kneel before?
They're like Jedi that survive Order 66. It seems like there's more and more of them.
That narrows it down.
Kneel before.
It does a little bit. It does a little bit stick. I'm kind of with JJ though. I don't feel like I'm equipped to recommend or not recommend this because
you would have to have
the art wasn't bad, and there was just a lot going on that I didn't know where we were.
So it seemed like it was gonna, because it said the next one continues in Superman Red. Is this tie-in book to a larger thing?
This is like the sum of Superman since the movie's coming out. So doing a whole bunch, and then I guess it ends with what is it? Superman Unlimited, written by Wade in like September or something. Yeah.
Last time they did Superman Unlimited, all those variants. Variants upon variants. All the Jim, because they had Jim Lee. Remember, it was God. They made so many of those.
There's like 3 1/100s.
Listen,
and you can find them all for like $5.
See this thing? You see this thing?
Oh, gee, you bought the big book?
I got the shiny big book.
Jesus, you just couldn't read the regular one? You just
I want to read the whole. No.
You don't want to get your readers out, so you just said, "I'm going to get the big book. I'm going to need the big menu. I need to know what I'm ordering."
Large print.
It's a large print for the older folks.
I'm like, I didn't know that. I wouldn't have bought that if I'd known they're going to do it for all the issues.
Yeah. Now you're gonna. Well, where are you gonna keep those? You're gonna keep them in a Time Life magazine box? Is that what you got handy?
I'm gonna get it graded.
You're gonna need a big
graded.
You're gonna get graded. You know how big that slab's gonna be?
It's gonna be like this big, huge.
You're gonna have to put them in sideways in your short box. You're gonna have to just lay them down on their spine.
Actually, they would it fit? No. Would it fit in a graded box?
It should. I think they're 11 by 17. So I mean, if you can find a bag and board for it, which I want to say that's like a Time Life size.
I think they're a little taller than Time Life, but
yeah, maybe
you might have to custom make your own.
I'm thinking of the old school ones.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're just gonna leave Bruce's recommendation there because I don't feel right telling people not to get it, but we will admit if you were going to try to read this, if you're not reading this already, go back and get a couple issues before maybe to help you out because
I'm going to ask Bruce, is there anything at the back of this book that I need to look out for?
Not this one.
No.
Just that last one that you showed me. Okay.
Just last
week. Bruce had me read that last one, and then that first of all, the story in that one, Bruce, was horrible until I got to the end. Until I got to the end.
The wedding and everything, that was good.
Well, I don't know about great, but also
it continued through the whole thing.
It was.
I like the last 3 pages.
It was okay. It was okay. We did that last week, though.
Absolute Legion.
We did it last. All right, let's get into. Well, since Bruce is buying these oversized old people reader books. He can get his $15. Oh no, he wants the shiny $20 version of the oversized Batman 159.
You're implying that they're large print books?
Yes, the huge ones
for old people.
They are.
Mm-hmm. That's what I've decided they're for. It's not to show off the art. It's just
I shouldn't rate any Batman books because I'm so biased.
It's just Bruce wants to feel like a hobbit reading a comic book at home. So he gets a big book and it makes him feel smaller. Like me.
Yes. If he had this book, it would cover half his body.
Hide behind it.
He can hide behind it on a park bench.
Where did Pete go?
Use it as a shield.
It's where I get dressed. I get dressed behind I just, you open the book up, you stand it up.
Okay.
Oh my god.
I forget
This is the new Hush series. This is the new Hush series.
This is the sequel to Hush. That's correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
All I have to say,
without
Jason
spoiling
Todd
it,
is
let's hear what
badass.
you guys think.
Jason Todd is badass. Thumbs up. That's all I have to say.
All right. Jason Todd is badass. Thumbs up.
I kind of like this one. And I probably read a Batman book more closer than I did a Superman book as far as time goes back, but like probably 6 months ago or so was the last time I read a Batman book. But like this flowed much better. Like I was actually able to figure everything. Unlike the Superman book, I was able to figure everything out through the narrative of just this book, at least mostly of what had transpired before and what was transpiring during.
Well, having one of each
like
person helped. That helped a little, I think. There was only one of each.
Yeah. And only like everybody has kind of their normal powers, like flying everywhere. But like, it is a lot of Batman inner monologue in this book. But it still works well once, like Bruce said, once Jason shows up. I think it went pretty well, really. It's a little devoid of action, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. I'd say take it, probably.
I'll agree with you for the most part. I'm still going to go a little crooked on this one just because I didn't really want a Hush sequel. So I'm still kind of on the fence about not wanting the sequel.
Who did?
And now we're getting it. And at times, I feel like some of this stuff is shorthand. Meaning like they want us to. It's like, well, should I do this or not do this? It's exactly what he wants me to do. I'm like,
yes,
dude, you said that like 4 times in your own head the last 10 pages. Like,
yeah.
What do you mean? Yeah. Like, this isn't Mission Impossible, Rogue Nation. It's exactly what Lane wants us to do. Yeah. Like,
Batman not only talks to himself
he
a lot,
wants him in the Batcave. Damn it!
He knew I would do this. So I'm going to try to do what he doesn't think I'm going to do.
And I end up doing it anyway because I'm Batman.
I'm like,
I like how too he made kind of a broad assumption at the end. I won't spoil it, but like after one person disappears with another character, there's like, oh yeah, this thing definitely happened. I'm like, what did you leap to that assumption for?
Yeah, he's
for a detective.
Got, like,
you're kind of making a broad jump there.
Yeah, he's got like Vicini logic from Princess Bride. It's just like, well, that's what you want, I think, isn't it?
I can't wait. Yeah,
I don't know.
Like Degrassi said, there's going to be a year-long break with this series.
What do you mean a year-long break?
For Hush 3?
It's almost a year.
They're going to
break it. They're going to break it, and then someone's going to take over. They're going to launch Batman #1 in the fall, and then it's going to continue in December or January.
What?
Oh, that always works out well.
So
everybody can forget about it by the time you pick it back up.
Yeah, it's 2 parts. Hush is in 2 parts.
Wow. Here I am singing DC's praises, saying, "Man, they're writing some of the best stuff right now." I'm digging Green Arrow. I'm liking Green Lantern. I'm Batgirl. I'm on board for all these books that I'm reading. You're telling me they're going to take a year-long break in the middle of a goddamn biggest event in comic book history, start telling another story, and then come back to finish this?
Are they going to make Hush Batman?
but it's still not Blood Hunt. That's all I have to say. Not Blood Hunt. Damn it.
What in the James Cameron world of Avatar is this nonsense?
Wow.
He's Jim motherfucking Lee. He could do whatever he wants.
Except finish a book, apparently.
Yeah,
finish the storyline before you start publishing the shit. There was no need for him to start because you're telling me, oh, let's start this Hush 2 storyline at milestone issue 158. Like they literally started this in the middle of a run. It's not on a new number 1, not a 150 or anything like that. 158 they decided to start this thing.
I gotta say, at least they didn't call this a milestone issue like they do on the cover of Superman 25.
That is true.
The A cover, it's like a milestone issue. It's like, why is this a Superman 25? How's it a milestone?
And this is only Legacy issue 924 here. So they also started this at Legacy issue 923. So it's not even going to finish it with a big 1000. What in the shit? It's the thinking.
Yes. Batman #1 will be out before this is done. It's part of the plan. Blame James Gunn.
So it's going to tie into movies?
Could be.
Also stupid.
Yeah, also dumb.
You can't tie comic books into movies. It doesn't make sense. The timing of when things get done.
You can.
Nobody.
You shouldn't.
Well, I shouldn't say nobody. But a very select few of people are like us and will do both those things.
If the comic is in that
maybe
universe,
maybe
yes.
10% of people who watch the movies are going to go read comic books too. So you're
Unless
not
they
appealing
do,
to a very
like,
broad audience.
Variant covers for the movies on the comic. I don't know.
Well, I mean, I don't care about doing a variant cover on a comic. What I'm saying is making the comic like just like the movie. It doesn't make sense to do that. Who's that going to benefit? Because one, people saw the movie. Now they got to wait a year, 2 years, however long it's going to take for them to make the next movie. In the meantime, you're not going to make a comic book that's following the storyline of the character from the movie. So does that mean now the next movie is going to be in sequence to what we just read in the comics now? Or are the comics going to is the movie going to rehash things we now just read in the comics? It doesn't make sense.
Degrassi says it's not going to directly tie in. It's not going to be going to tie in, not directly at least. What the hell does that mean, Degrassi?
I don't
Probably
care.
going to tie into an announcement then, probably.
Once I heard that break, I'm about to throw Leave It Up on here. You tell 6 months.
Probably an announcement. Probably an announcement that Hush will be in the next Batman movie.
Or better yet, they're launching Batman 1 with naming the Batman actor for the DCU.
That still doesn't make sense.
It makes sense to me.
I don't see what that matters.
You're Homer.
Didn't they already do this? No, I'm thinking about it. Wait, didn't they already do this? When they didn't finish the goddamn Batman marries Catwoman storyline before they restarted and started telling other shit.
Degrassi said they did the same thing with Star Trek in the 80s.
It's like, we can't finish.
We're getting Star Trek in the 80s.
We'll finish this one later, guys. it's still a really big deal, but
shelf that for now.
If it is the Batman Part 2 and it's a Matt Reeves movie, I expect for it to be delayed about another 2 years, which means probably
there's that too.
The comic book will be delayed about another 2 years.
In 2 years, that comic book is going to get convoluted. So.
Well, the Reeves thing is different. It's an illness, so
yeah,
he's sick.
Well, on that sad note, let's go on over to Marvel and see if they're doing any better than planning out year-long breaks between storylines that are supposed to be so huge.
Huge.
That's it. One World Under Doom, part 25 in a 50-part tie-in event.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. Pete drops me into another tie-in. Thanks a lot.
But it's number 3.
That's 2 this week.
3. Number 3 is part 45.
Well, yeah, it is part 25, I think. I'm trying to keep track of it on the Wednesday watch list. There's a lot. There's a lot of tie-ins for this series. And
it wasn't terrible. It was a lot of characters yelling at each other, I felt like, in this book.
Yeah.
I mean, and not like a lot of characters
snap his
doing
finger and something happened. I was confused towards the end. I was like, wait, what just happened?
Well, he's magic.
Well, I thought like well, again, I don't try to explain things without spoiling. A certain character, who I very much agree with his statement, is like at the very end is watching Emperor Doom, and it says something like, "Oh, so yeah, you did all this to basically be a politician." I was like, "Yeah, he's kind of right."
Open borders for everyone.
Yeah, this is a weird storyline. It just is. They even when the way it started, they kind of dropped us in the middle of it, rushed through certain parts, or taking their time with other. I don't know. This is an odd event.
And it feels like you can't skip the side books. You have to read them to understand everything that's going on.
I don't even know if you do read the side ones, you're going to understand some of this. It's kind of all over the place.
They didn't learn anything with Blood Hunt.
But at the same time, it's not overly complicated because then when you find out what their big plan is in this goddamn issue, it's pretty goddamn simple and pretty stupid.
Very stupid.
Wait, you just got. I'm sorry, I'm going to spoil. We're just going to go there and try to punch him in the face. Yep.
Yep. That was basically the plan in this book. 2 groups, mind you.
Punch him in the face.
Punch him in the face.
I'm sorry. That alone get a cricket thumbs down for me. I'm out. I'm
gonna have a hard time disagreeing with you here.
Yeah, I'm kind of with him in a way.
I don't get what we're doing here, folks.
I don't see the end game.
I would probably approach it differently if I was invested and I had read the other tie-ins.
I read the other 2, but not all the tie-ins, and it's just still.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I don't know what we're doing.
Yeah.
There we go. Sums it up. This Doom event put me to sleep.
I didn't want to say it, Chris.
Well, we're not gonna.
Everybody's banking on Downey Doom.
It's like Pete said. They kind of show up with like almost no plan to beat him, and basically, like, or their plan is just to beat him, like physically.
I'm just gonna beat him up.
and then they argue amongst themselves, and then Doom gives a speech, and then that was this book, more or less.
Hey, look, we're hiding. You can't see us. Let's shoot him with a bullet. What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What?
That always works against the.
It's a magical bullet. What?
All right. I'm just. I don't think I can do this, but I have to keep going. But I'm not liking it. I'm not liking it. All right, one more Marvel book for this week. I thought about doing Amazing Spider-Man 2, but decided to go a different route with Spider-Man and go with Spider-Man versus Predator, or Predator versus Spider-Man.
So
where does this take place?
Where
I did not know this was coming out.
I kind of have to thank Pete because I probably would have never read this book until he said read it for this week. But I kind of liked it.
It's interesting.
Yeah, it's an oddly slow burn in this like first issue.
Mm-hmm.
That makes choices, but
it does make some choices.
Necessarily bad.
It's pretty bloody too. Like this is not for everybody.
Yeah, there's a lot of I don't know if there's supposed to be Predator 2 references. Everybody gets hung up by the Predator.
There's a
lot. Does it take place in New York City?
I did not like the negative betrayal of New York City. Portrayal in New York City in this.
What do you mean?
How is it negative?
There's no garbage on the streets in the summer stinking.
Oh,
they don't leave piles of garbage everywhere.
Yes, they do. When it's like 100 degrees.
Get out of here.
Maybe it was during the strike.
Yeah.
I was waiting for a blackout. Was it 77? Was Son of Sam roaming
I've seen
the
the New York subway. I think it was pretty accurate.
Yeah. The art was good in this too. I did like the art.
Yeah.
Except for the
our Predator he's a bit of a character.
Yeah, he's weird.
It's like Buffalo Buffalo Bill decided to be a predator.
He's also not around.
Out the basket.
Did he tuck it?
Lotion, guys. Lotion.
Well, he didn't tuck it. So we need to go there with the tuck.
Come on.
Did anybody else totally expect, like me though, when you were reading the book, that you knew the character that would show up at the end?
Yeah, well, I was joking that he should have gotten a crossover event instead of Spidey. So him showing up is kind of obvious.
Yeah, I wasn't super surprised by it, but I still like it. Like,
but I'm glad it happened, and I'm kind of curious what happens in issue 2 now.
Yeah, exactly. I'll put this as a crooked thumbs up because it's at least got me interested enough to read issue 2.
I'm gonna go full on. What the hell? Out of all the other crap I read this week, I'm gonna give this one a full thumbs.
That's true. This is like the better of all the books we did read.
I'll give it a crooked thumbs up. I didn't like the way they portrayed New York. No.
Oh, don't be so sensitive.
You're such a New York purist, Bruce.
Overall, though, give it a try. It was interesting. I only kind of touched the Wolverine crossover a little bit. This one's got a little bit more of a story to it. Like JJ said, it's a bit of a slow burn to get going here, but
it kind of started off like a mystery in a way.
Yeah. But it wasn't bad. It was better than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be hot garbage, and we would all be laughing about it. Predator, Spider-Man making jokes about the 7-foot-tall Predator. I don't know.
Can you say this book is a better read than the main title?
I like the main title.
You do? Really?
Like the restart? I didn't like it for a while.
Your standards are really low then.
The magical stuff once we got to Sidorak was fun for like 2 issues, and then I got okay, guys, let's wrap this up. And we had like 6 more months to go. But like the last issue 1 was fine. I didn't read issue 2 yet. But
too early to tell because
I was happy.
This
with
right
the
here can also go pretty bad.
Yeah.
That is also true. That is also true. This can go south quickly.
Yeah,
like an egg salad sandwich left out in the sun on a summer day.
I should have suggested. Did you do Sonic and Justice League yet?
We did that last week.
That's right.
Remember, we did issue 2, right? No,
did we? I don't think we did. Did we? I don't remember.
I don't think so.
I looked at it for something.
Maybe the cover.
Oh no! You know what? I did it for Dollar Bin Digging. That's why I did it. I was like, I know I read it, and I'm like, it was the weird team ups of, hey, you get this Sonic character, and you get this Sonic character. Anyway, let's go with our last book, new release for the week, and G.I. Joe number 6. Things coming to a head here. Duke finally meeting Cobra Commander.
Ooh.
I like this. They again made choices. This isn't the kids G.I. Joe where everybody, gets shot down out of their planes and parachutes fly and the lasers just kind of burn you a little bit. Like, without spoiler thing, Duke straight up tries to murder Cobra Commander. It doesn't work. But he tried shooting him in the face. At point blank range. it was interesting. There's a spoiler cover involved here too, because I think the reveal at the end isn't really that big of a surprise, considering this shared universe that we're talking about.
No, I was kind of I hadn't even read the first 5 issues of this, and I was kind of expecting that to show up at some point. Anyways, just given the
I still like
news
this.
around
I
it
still like
has
this series.
Skybound stuff.
Yes, literally the exclusive cover. Well, Transformers 19 or something, isn't it? Maybe. Wait.
Similar?
No. Okay. No.
Yeah. No, I know what you're talking about with that character. No, it wasn't that character that was the spoiler or the spoiler cover.
Oh yeah. That's right.
But anyway, point being, I don't know. I'm a bias though. I mean, I'm a little biased, so it is what it is.
As a not a huge G.I. Joe fan, I probably was a little bit lost. So giving it a fair evaluation is tough. But I'll still say cricket thumbs down because it didn't hook me or make me want to read anything else involving it, to be honest. And two, also the Duke Cobra Commander showdown was a little bit underwhelming. You're right in that it was like a little more like hard edge, I guess, or edge lordy type thing.
You got to kill that guy to stop it.
Like they're like first they're like learning each other's names, kind of like almost like a Tetsuo and Kaneda in Akira. They're like Cobra Commander,
Tetsuo.
So I don't know, but yeah.
You gonna throw a thumb on this, Bruce? No.
Middle thumb, crooked.
It's gonna end up being a take it anyway, just based off of my recommendation alone.
Jeez.
No hesitation.
Bye.
I haven't read this series yet, so
we'll give it a read.
I'll probably pick them up. Next week is free comic. Well, next week's free comic book day, and the back issues are only 99 cents.
Gotta hang with you on a free comic book day. Jeez.
Yeah, that's right.
All right.
Who else would you rather hang with?
Let's quickly get into some old stuff.
Not Dom.
Not that.
I didn't ask that.
All right, so we're gonna do this a little bit different because we got to get into a little bit of old and a little bit of new, kind of, sort of, maybe. Because what I tasked the boys with, and they're pretty upset with me for doing this, even though it was Bruce's suggestion, is let's read Youngblood #1.
Oh, good Lord.
From 1992, because we got the new issue, the deluxe edition, with all new words.
A lot
All
more
new words?
A lot more words.
Yeah, new words, all new words. They decided they recolored it, reworded it. They just used Rob's pencils, and we got a whole new story. They even reordered it. I didn't know they were going to reorder stuff because it's not a one-for-one matchy.
Jeffrey's reaction here was literally my reaction.
Yeah, reaction. Yeah. So all new words, but still no feet.
Yeah, still no feet. Again, this isn't normally how we do this segment. We'll normally just talk about the book and give the review. But since we're kind of doing both, kind of, sort of, before we get into it, I figured, you know what, just let me show you guys who might not have read this at home a little taste of what I'm talking about. So Here we go. Originals on the left, revamped versions on the right. So we went from such wonderful text that Rob gave us in 1992, like, otherwise this wouldn't be fun, Coog. And then he says, I gotta admit, this gets me pumped. Those are the original dialogue. Now we get, no wonder you normally work with Acheron scum. You should hear what he says about you. Now, if you'll excuse me, leap with no feet. I'm sorry. I missed the other joke. Too rare for my taste on the original. Got to have like a Arnold Schwarzenegger one-liner there at the end of every fight.
You included the last page, which actually made the story worse somehow. And
then like the newspaper last page, or like I don't know. I might have another. I got 2 more pages to share.
We'll know if we come across it, I guess.
I don't think I did the last page.
You know,
but literally. It was amazing how that happened, though. Like, literally, like, the dialogue, the added dialogue, no less. There's, like, twice as many words and dialogue boxes in this book, probably, versus the original, and it somehow made the book worse. Like, you're thinking, like a remaster version, you would maybe improve things, but no.
You know, I haven't read Youngblood in so long. I opened it up, I immediately thought, is this an X-Force comic? Is that a male feral?
Yes.
What? He just made gender swap this character from X-Force.
Yes.
Yeah.
Led by Hawkeye.
Yes.
And Iron Man next to him. That kind of looks like Deadpool.
Oh.
And his big thing character in the background. Yes. Yes. None of these characters are original.
And none of them have feet.
If anything, Bruce, you can give him credit for trying to turn Nick Fury black. Because that's what he did.
Yeah. He was the original gender swap guy.
Yeah, he's the original swapper there. No, this is...
Original content stealer.
Merrill.
Here we go. We're not done. I decided to give you a little bit more.
Why?
Thanks.
I just wanted to see, like, some of this stuff of, like... Again, the art, you see the art's basically the same.
It's
they
Colossus.
They changed the color.
Recolored. Yeah, recolored.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know. It's just weird, like, how this... But, like, they decided, we're going to keep this, but we're just going to change the storyline. It's just like... We're just going to get rid of the goofy dialogue and try to make it sound cooler, but it doesn't sound much cooler. You just added more words.
Like I said, it makes it worse in some aspects.
By my iron hand.
Like some of it you could forgive the cheesy dialogue of like the early 90s, right? Like in the original.
Right.
Like when you go back and read it, you're like, oh well, that was the early 90s. That was the times. Like I kind of get it. Like, but they still include some of that same horrible dialogue now in 2025.
And I did
don't
one.
get it.
I think I just did one more kind of
Thanks.
shared panel here because
Oh yeah, you did. Okay, this was the page. I was, look how much more dialogue there is on the fucking new version than the old version, and it makes it worse.
We're gone.
there's a
Like-
doy in the original though.
There's literally like they're kind of like referencing the fact of what he does to. By the way, the villain that they kill at the end. Spoiler alert for this 30-year-old book.
It's
His
like,
last name is Kusain.
Yeah,
Not Hussein, but Kusain. but they literally go in and like they kind of allude to what Psylord did to him. And then in the second one, they make a horrible joke and then directly tell you what Psylord did to him in the new version. I'm like, I don't know. It just makes no sense.
Yeah, it's but how did we go from good morning sleepyhead? What hit?
Well,
You
again,
didn't.
like I see that as like early morning or early '90s dialogue, where you can kind of forgive that. Like, but then they include it basically the same cheesy.
Well, what was the
dialogue.
difference here? This big blonde doofus here goes from yuck.
Yeah,
He just makes the sound. Now he's got a whole
Yeah.
soliloquy here.
yeah, exactly. It's horrible. I don't know. It's just awful.
It was this. Look, and he's still
Like, I don't
talking in the next one. He blew the
I
guy's
don't think
head
I've
off.
I don't think I've ever encountered a book where I would just say I'd rather have just read a facsimile. I would have read like a remastered or a deluxe version or whatever the hell you want to call it.
And don't forget the whole beginning. There's a whole new intro.
Well, yeah. Well, the intro comes from later issues.
I stopped
They
reading
like,
after
yeah,
one.
they play with parts and they move things around for
Bruce-
some reason.
Bruce is like, I didn't make it to page 2, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, because you realize in this
Make it past the
initial issue, we don't get introduced to his ripoff of Hawkeye. Really, he doesn't really show up in this too much, but he does in the new version, wearing white gloves out for some reason. Like he,
He didn't want to get his hands dirty.
so why is he wearing white gloves?
I don't know.
He's going and checking for dust on things.
Look at all that. Look at all the extra dialogue there from.
Well, I know.
Compared to the
Look,
last
we're
episode.
gone. It just says we're gone on the.
Hi, I'm Sci-Fire. Sci-Fire.
Yeah.
What? These names.
Yeah.
Saddam
Again.
Hussein.
We're gone.
Like Hussein.
Okay, that's enough. That's enough out of everyone. Forget Hussein. Collateral damage at best. I'm sure there'll be a requisite cover story. Let's just press on and get what we came for. He's locked up in here somewhere. Like, none of that's necessary. If one might make an argument, we're gone. It's more efficient.
It's
use.
better.
It's actually better.
There are two things that haven't changed in 30 years. No feet, and he still doesn't draw lips.
Oh, there is one.
I hesitate to say if he actually drew anything for this book or just recolored it.
I
all.
was going to pull a panel to put in here just so I could show the comparison where he drew a close-up face of a lady, and man, she looks like she fell down a few steps. Like from the lips were weird and wonky, but the eyes were a little offset. She had a bit of a sloth from Goonies look to her. It's just not good. Just not good. Not to mention, everybody has the same weird haircut that just becomes like their heads just get bigger. Like if you put your head down, if the angle's down like a little bit, your hairstyle just grows out, and you just get like a weird. Like, there's no example of it here. So you really get it with
wears a
Shaft.
strapless one piece around.
Yeah, and the balls
But that's
to take a character and take some redhead goofy guy and call him Shaft. It's just beyond tasteless.
I think that the hairstyle for the female characters were out of style even in 1992. So.
Yeah, in the 90s, exactly. There's some 80s school pictures. Just get the Aquanet and just
They haven't come back in 2025 at all.
thank Christ they didn't come back.
Okay. Didn't they recently release a Youngblood 1 facsimile
Uh,
like a couple months ago?
I don't know.
Also,
But we've got this deluxe edition that's
I
remastered
feel like they did.
and reworded.
Where's my shiny young bloods? I got shiny young bloods. Hold on, I'll be right back. I gotta look at it. I haven't
You gotta look
opened
for
them.
shiny young. Well, you don't have to look for shiny young. But you can look at these big shiny balls right here on this. If you didn't know what these are the backs, I think, of heads. They're not knee pads because they could be knee pads. They could be heads. We don't know for certain. Again, I really should have put more. I should have put more comparisons in here.
Yeah.
But
Wow.
Yeah, because there were some pages that are.
it was something. And overall, yeah, sure. You can still go find your Youngblood 1 originals in dollar boxes across the country if you like.
Probably 25-cent bins.
But if you really want your new version, you can go get it with all new words.
What was even the cover price for this? I don't even know off the top of my head.
The new one?
Yeah, the deluxe.
I might be able to see it.
What did they ask that people
Probably
pay for this
$5.99?
awful?
I would guess
What they
that.
ask that people pay for this awfulness to the man?
$3.99.
$3.99. I think there's a foil version though that would probably be $2 more.
It's still $3 too much.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
this is
to be
a
fair,
totally different book.
The original was
I thought it was the
$1.50
same
more.
thing. It's a relaunch, actually.
Oh, the spears.
Yeah.
Dave said they did a 30th anniversary special.
Well,
Yeah, how can we forget the 30th anniversary of Youngblood?
Well, that's why I think they in the script for this one it said something. It's the 33rd anniversary because it's 92, so the 33rd anniversary.
Yeah, 33rd
of the anniversary. It was like a Rolling Rock.
Oh, look,
is that what we're calling out now?
coming.
33. Point being, yeah, we don't. Even in 1992, $2.50 was $1.50 more than you needed to spend on this.
I agree.
Though I remember getting it. I remember getting it and being excited, and then being like, "Well, it was something. It was something." It was like I still got to read Avengers and X-Men done by these artists, but they weren't.
But not really, but kind of.
But not really, but kind of, sort of. Anyway, yeah, let's. I don't think I have anything else for this. I don't even feel like giving thumb. You know what you got out of these.
Yeah.
You have to ask.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Oh, with that said, I guess we can now just get on with the news at this point. We don't have a lot of news, but I got some news for you guys. Let's see if I can get this ready. All right, I'm going to run the thing, even though it says Dubs. Do not blame Dub for this. You can blame me for this. All right, I do not have a top story for you this week because nothing felt like it earned top story status. So I'm going right
Low news week
to the box office report.
It was
box office.
I usually do this for Dub when I put the box office in there. Does anybody want to guess before I bring up the slide? What won at the box office domestic?
Sinners.
Yeah. Sinners was this week.
You want to guess at Sticks go? You want to go? What do you think? You agree with them?
You're muted, Sticks.
You're muted, Sticks.
Can't hear.
Now you're unmuted. What'd you say?
There you go.
I'll say Sinners. I don't remember what else came out this week.
Well,
I'm also gonna. You know what? We're right. Oh, too late.
I'm gonna say you're right.
Minecraft.
It's not a new release, but it was a close battle.
Probably Minecraft again.
It was a close battle with Minecraft. I mean, 8 million is still 8 million, but 48 for Sinners. Minecraft made just over 40. I don't know. King of Kings is. That's probably
That's-
something religious.
That's
Yes,
what?
it's
The
an
amateur.
animated. I think Oscar Isaac is voicing Jesus.
Okay, I don't
Voicing
need that.
Jesus.
You guys showed his range. He's Jesus. He's Apocalypse.
movie.
What do you want? Anyway,
This is what Minecraft's. Was this Minecraft's 4th week out?
Third week.
Third week.
third
week.
one today. It came out beginning of
Third, I
April.
believe.
Yeah, it's close to like it should be close to like 800 million.
So this will be the.
Yeah.
Yeah, 40
Like
million
worldwide,
is
it's
still
doing
good.
well.
Yeah.
But yeah, Sinners wins Easter, taking down Minecraft. I still want to see this. I wanted to see Sinners. I haven't had a chance to go.
I want to see it tomorrow. Definitely. It's been killing at the box office during the week. It's already at 79 million domestic. It's going up every day. It should cross 100. People didn't think this was going to cross 100 million domestic at all, but it's going to cross it this weekend.
Really? Why would it not?
Yeah.
Like total? They didn't think it was going to cross 100 million.
Yeah, people didn't have high hopes because it opened low.
Yeah, but it's a holiday. It's Easter weekend. I don't know. I think that was.
I don't know.
It's
And
a new
45
franchise.
is actually not bad.
It's
Really.
an independent movie, pretty much backed by Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
Original.
My only complaint is I think they gave too much away in the trailer. But
Oh,
sure.
The character.
I didn't see the trailer.
Yeah, I just think you could have left it a little more. Hey, we know it's got vampires in it. Let's wonder who all of the vampires are a little bit more. I don't know.
It was kind of weird because they kind of held powder on telling you it was even about vampires for a long time.
Exactly. And then all of a
there was
sudden,
always
now
that
we're
rumor out
everything.
there, but like,
The Grassy said Minecraft and Sinners have covered the course of the course of Superman. It's all gravy for Warner's this summer.
I mean, Minecraft, yeah.
Yeah, don't. I think you're giving Sinners a lot of
I don't know
credit
how
there.
I don't know
for
how the
Minecraft.
agreement works for Sinners. I don't know how big of a cut Warner Brothers takes for that.
Well, they own the movie. He gets the rights back after 25 years.
Oh, damn.
Which most directors
More steal than I thought then.
most directors don't get anything from these movies.
Well, that's true. But I mean,
They don't get the ownership back.
25 years is much longer than I thought. What that way? I was thinking like a year.
All right. Well, from the box office, I'm going to go to the regular news and give you something that I don't know what the hell this is going to be. I saw this. Bruce sent me the story, but I saw it too. I don't know what a Toys R Us live action movie is going to be.
I'm thinking, was that a night
Is
at
that like
the museum?
the fall of Toys R Us? Was it going bankrupt? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's going to be the fall. I think it's supposed to be something more fun. Maybe in a what was it? That was that Ben Stiller in the museum movie.
Night at the Museum?
Maybe.
Night at
Oh,
the
Night at the
Museum.
Museum.
Maybe something along those lines. Oh, yeah. That's what I think that they're saying. Be
Oh.
described as being in the vein of Night at the Museum, Back to the Future, or Big. Plus other successful toy-inspired
That's a
narratives.
broad range.
Yeah.
So it's going to be
Jumanji
it's
and
either going to
Barbie.
be Night at the Museum, where something comes alive. It's going to be
Mhm.
Back to the Future, which is time travel, or it's going to be
Travel.
Big, which is magical genie.
And include Jumanji and Barbie.
Which is trapped in a game and then fictional doll world.
Doll World, it crosses over with our world. Midge! Anyway, I don't know. Casting to be announced in the coming months. That's really going to have to sell it. It's going to be whoever the cast is, I think. But we're getting it.
Say Tom Cruise for the role of Jeffrey Giraffe.
Only if he does the run. I need the Tom Cruise run if we're getting that. All right. Well, moving on from here, there's another adaptation I don't think anybody would have guessed we'd be getting in the year 2025. And that is for all of you quarter arcade fiends out there
I know what this is.
who want to play Outrun.
Yeah.
We're apparently
What?
getting an Outrun
Yeah.
adaptation
This is the weirdest movie announcement in a long time.
by Michael Bay, starring Sydney Sweeney.
I had higher hopes for Sydney Sweeney that she wouldn't get cast in a Michael Bay movie, and lo and behold, here's a
You were
Michael
wrong.
Bay movie with Sydney Sweeney. So enjoy your future career that was basically Megan Fox and him ruining it for you.
Yeah, well, she's apparently, I would guess, she's probably going to be the blonde in that Ferrari, and then we're going to get a Michael Bay anagram to be the guy. He'll just probably be wearing a cap, like me.
Who are they going to cast to every time you pass a white line and be like, checkpoint?
Bill Hader.
Yeah.
But yeah, plot details are vague. Plot details.
It's a racing
Plot
movie.
details are vague in the game.
Right. It could be worse. It could be Cruising USA. So.
Hey,
Where's my
Lisa
Crazy
Adams-
Taxi?
Do you guys remember that TV show?
Oh,
I think it was on
Crazy Taxi would be
Fox.
great.
Not way back, but I don't want to say like 20 years ago, maybe now. It was Fillion, and it was almost like Cannonball Run. It was like a race across the country
Need for
kind of
Speed?
show. I don't remember what it was called, but I started thinking about that when I
Wacky
saw
races.
this.
Wacky Races. They just came out with they're coming with a comic book next week. Wacky Races.
it's next week. Yeah.
Mm. But yes, Outrun is getting a movie. All right, moving over to DC. Supergirl maybe getting a new logo.
Supergirl.
And maybe a new title that leaves off the Woman of Tomorrow because it's not on this logo. So they're speculating it's just going to be called Supergirl. Like Superman's just called Superman now.
Yeah.
It's possible. Bigger question is, does it matter?
No, I'm still going to
Like
go
the
see
title,
it.
does it really matter all that much? I don't think so.
We haven't had a Supergirl movie, 40 years?
Yeah. I think my wife found it on cable like not that long ago. She's like, man, I can't believe this is on."
Why?
And I had no idea what it was. And I saw Helen Slater and it still was befuddling me. I was watching it. I'm like, what in the hell is this? I'm like, is that, shit, can't think of his name. Sutherland. I was like, is it Donald Sutherland? It's like, I didn't remember any of it. It was like she's walking around in like a nightgown and there's the weird, I don't know what the hell was going on. It's like, it's not the Legend of Billie Jean. I know that. And it's not Secret of My Success. So I guess it must be Supergirl.
Secret of
Legend
Success.
of Billie Jean was awesome.
It was. Fair,
Was it
fair.
We are
Was
young.
it ever officially subtitled Women of Tomorrow?
That's a good point.
I think that was the expectation when that was given as the source material,
Yeah.
and they're casting even characters from that storyline. Like the one bad guy is Crease, or I don't know what the hell his name is. So I think
That was
that's where
pretty good.
they assumed it would be subtitled at. So I don't know.
Hmm.
Official? Probably not.
Probably not.
Anyway, we don't really have much more on that. It's just the back of a chair. We're speculating on everything here.
We have speculated for less.
But we did get a trailer for I Know What You Did Last Summer. Again? I don't know. Business.
Wait, isn't it again? Didn't it already have a sequel?
They did. They have done sequels.
Yeah.
They did not do very well. They even did a small screen, I guess a TV show spinoff, which I did not watch.
I had no idea that.
But you watch this trailer, it seems like it's a remake, and then Freddie Prinze Jr. shows up. So I'm like, well, it ain't a remake. Brought his ass back. And you can see Ghost Whisperer brought back too. So it's not Party
I like
of
that
Five.
show, damn it. I like
Where's Moesha?
I don't think she made it back. She didn't make it out of the first one.
Brandy, no.
That said,
There's so many can't hardly wait references. You could.
yeah, I don't know. Amanda.
I will be going to see this because I love Freddie Prinze Jr. Screw you guys. She's all that. Thank you very much. Scooby-Doo.
Oh, she's all that. Yeah, I reviewed that for the Rutgers newspaper back in the day.
He's all that. Good lord.
My
Take those glasses
my
off in your
short-lived
eye.
movie review career writing for this Rutgers newspaper. I did She's All That, Boogie Nights, and 8mm.
Boogie Nights.
I was gonna
Oh,
say.
you know, man. That's a good one.
I was gonna guess 10 Things I Hate About You was the other one Pete wrote up.
No, No. And I got paid with a free movie ticket. Well, no, here was the thing. They would reimburse me for my movie ticket if I would give them my ticket stub, but I collected my ticket stubs back then, so I didn't even get paid for that.
Here's how little I would care about this franchise coming back though is I've actually seen I think both the first and the second one of this. I had no idea that the villain is referred to as the Fisherman.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't know he was the Gordon's fisherman either. He dresses like the Gordon's fisherman.
Yeah.
Fish sticks for everyone.
But I didn't know that was his name either. To agree with JJ, I didn't know that's what he was called.
That's
I thought
how
he was
little
just
I'm
the hook
involved in
guy.
character in the franchise.
I just knew he had a hook. He's the hook guy.
Okay.
Anyway,
Also, just going to follow the new Halloween's playbook. How did that work out for Halloween? By the time Halloween Kills came out, not that great.
wait, you sure they were following that playbook or was it?
It says right there,
Zombie?
going to follow the new Halloween.
Yeah, they're
trilogy's
gonna
playbook.
everything after the original didn't happen. Just like the Halloween franchise.
Who else just did that? Aliens?
No, that was
Aliens
a
is a
prequel,
TV
wasn't
show
it?
coming. So.
No, with Romulus, it was like, well, we're not doing that after that. We're doing it. Well, it's in between movies. No, it wasn't Aliens then. It was Terminator. When did they do a Terminator? It was like, yeah, forget about all the other stuff.
Oh,
Oh,
I think
Dark
they just
Fate?
wanted you to forget about what was it, Dark Universe or whatever the one prior to it was.
Oh, jeez. Wait, was that the Christian Bale one?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and the dude from Avatar.
I like the
I
Christian
think they
Bale.
just wanted you to forget about that one.
I like that one. I didn't like Dark Fate. I didn't like Genesis. Yeah, Genesis. Or Genesis. However you want to say
You
it.
didn't like the Doctor?
I didn't like, well, I like him, but I didn't like his character.
You didn't like the Doctor? Anyway, all right, well, let's get off of I Know What You Did Last Summer because we got another trailer for Predator Badlands.
What the hell is this?
It's a new Predator movie, which poses the question of what would a Predator movie be like if the Predator was the hero? So apparently, Elle Fanning teams up with the Predator in this movie, and she's playing twins.
Wasn't that kind of the storyline of Alien versus Predator?
I guess.
Yeah.
But they didn't have
Team up with
twins.
the Predator in that one. Oh,
This
also in a
Predator
way,
does
kind of
not
sort
look
of
good,
Predator
though.
too, because he just keeps killing Jamaican gang members for the first like 40 minutes of that movie.
Yeah, no gang
Mhm.
members in this one. This looks like I don't know what's hunting him. I don't know if it's just other predators hunting this predator or if they're different aliens hunting this predator. Because I don't like saying what is it, Yotcha? I don't know how you pronounce it. Yotcha, whatever the hell a predator's called.
Yeah.
I don't know how to pronounce it right.
How many
So that's why I avoided it.
Don't look at me.
But I did like Prey, and Trachtenberg did that movie. He's doing this one, so I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Even though that was straight to Hulu, should have went to the theater. This one's going to theaters, so we'll see. But not going to theaters, I don't think, is the sequel to Old Guard, which is also coming back.
Isn't that already out?
No, not yet. July 2nd.
I didn't see the first one.
I like the first one.
I like the first one as well.
Yeah, first one's not bad.
What
Not
was that, 4
great.
years ago?
Something like that, yeah.
Hmm.
Excuse me. Yeah, it's not a great movie, but I kind of liked it. Yeah, it was entertaining. I don't know if this is going to follow the sequel comic book storyline, because the first one kind of followed the storyline of the book a bit, for the most part. Broad strokes, things.
Well, even the first season had that cliffhanger.
Yeah. Well, now we're getting a sequel movie.
Okay.
But coming out this July, and it is going to hit theaters, I think, actually. I don't think it's going to be just... Well, maybe it is just on streaming. Yeah, it says Netflix on July 2nd.
It says
So this
Netflix.
was not going to theaters. So this technically should have been here in streaming news. But I put it in with the movies.
That's fine.
It's all right. We're moving on just quickly. We did get a trailer today for Wednesday. Season 2 Wednesday.
I didn't see the first season. My wife did. She loved it. So
You didn't watch the first
I
season?
really liked the first season.
Yeah.
Yeah. I liked it.
Yeah, I liked it too.
Yeah, it's got a fun vibe to it. I mean, I don't know if you. I still haven't finished Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. Got a little bit of that kind of feel to it.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think
I like it.
Sabrina was a little bit different. But yeah, kind of sort of similar.
I'm just saying tone wise.
Yeah. This one, I think we get to see more of the Addams family too. At least it seemed that way in the trailer.
It does seem that in the little bit of the trailer that we got here, which again wasn't much, but we might be getting more of them. Which, that's fine by me. But they're releasing it in 2 parts, so we're gonna get a chunk of episodes on August 6th, and then a chunk of episodes on September 3rd to stop all of you free month preview people from being able to watch the whole thing. So you'll have to at least pay for 1 month of Netflix if you want to watch yours Wednesday. All right. Coming soon to the Cartoon Network and coming soon here. Hey, look who's popping in here near the end. We're almost done, Dub. It's Dub.
What is up, gents? Sorry, I'm late.
It's all right. This is my little bit of the news. We don't have much, so you.
Yeah, this is nice. I get to watch the news. That's great.
Yeah, this is the news that I picked while it was work today.
Awesome.
So apart from Wednesday, season 2 coming, we are getting season 8 of Rick and Morty coming back, and it is coming back soon. It is coming back at the end of May 25th.
Wow.
May is a very busy month for releases. Lots
It
of
is.
things coming out in May. Yeah.
They have to change out the voice.
Yep.
Nope, they're still using who they used the last season because they already
Last
replaced
season, okay.
Roiland
Yeah, I
last
knew
season.
that,
And
but I didn't know if they were
you
going to
know,
replace anybody for season 8.
yeah, it took a little getting used to. It took a little getting like
It
Morty.
it wasn't that bad though. Like,
Yeah,
I mean, I've
Morty
heard
wasn't.
worse.
Morty was fine. Like I didn't hear anything different with Morty. It was Rick at times where it was really noticeable.
Oh, who's here?
Angry Rick was not as
It's just me.
did not have the same voice. But that's all right.
Yeah. No, and I think that's what I mean. Like when he would reach those like pitches, the
Yeah.
new voice couldn't hit them right, so it sounded weird. But I'm still on board for this. I hate looking at too much info. Like they have the list of all the episode titles. Like I don't want to know the episode titles because I don't want to get a guess at what the next episode is going to be. I don't want to know. I'm already going to watch them. You don't have to sell me. So I didn't look at all the new episode titles. But
There was a Youngblood segment.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Pull
Oh my
Youngblood back up, so we have to put Dub through that too.
Oh God, no.
yeah, I showed comparisons
no.
of the original Youngblood with the new deluxe edition with all new words because that's what they did, Dub. I don't know if you knew that this week.
No,
They put
all new words?
and
And
colors.
twice as many.
And twice. I'm more than twice. They multiplied it by
Wow.
exponentially more words.
Wow.
Yeah, spoiler, they weren't better words.
They were not better words.
Just words.
Well, some
Sure.
were better.
Yeah. More was not
Some
necessarily
were better. Like I don't know if we needed the gender swap feral yelling, "This gets me pumped." Like that wasn't the greatest dialogue in the world. But then at the same time, I don't know what they replaced it with was much better.
Kind of when you got to write like 1,000-word paper in college and it's only like 300-word paper and you got to stretch it out for.
Very, 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 very.
Yeah,
Huh?
exactly.
Yeah.
So much school.
How many adjectives can I possibly?
Why is this paper triple spaced?
Oh, but I think we're all pretty much sold on Rick and Morty. Well, at least I am.
I've never watched a single episode.
Really?
Nope.
Oh,
Yeah.
Get on HBO Max
might
and go
watch
watch
one.
Rick and Morty.
Well, I will say the Rick and Morty anime was very disappointing.
Yeah, the
Other than
anime is
that,
different.
I've very much liked everything else Rick and Morty.
Yeah, anime is a little strange because then it just then again, like a lot of anime on its own without context can just be strange on its own. So I think they kind of went that route.
Yeah.
But without getting into the review, because you can watch the boys on Sunday give the review, we did get some Rotten Tomatoes scores out of the new season of Andor, which I haven't watched yet, so that's why I can't even speak to it. Well, it came out
Thanks for
yesterday,
watching
and I
it.
didn't have time.
Oh, please. It's already dividing the fandom. I love it.
I was going to watch it today when we were not going to do a show. That was my
There's no
plan.
real
I'm gonna
division
watch
in the
Last of Us
fandom.
and Andor.
There's a faction that's not really fans versus a faction that actually watched the first season and knows what's going on. So.
Hey, but that angry faction, they're not taken into account here because season 2, as of right now, has a critic score of 98%, beating out season 1's 96%.
So, what release recently that's come out has not divided the fan base?
Exactly.
That's
That's
a
what I
very
thought, yeah.
good point.
And it exists in all fan bases. You should read about, like, we didn't throw it in reviews, but I watched all of Devil May Cry recently. You should see how that's going in the fan base. Devil May Cry fans.
Oh, the Devil May Cry fans all love it in an uproar.
It's just as bad as Star Wars, if not worse. So.
You know, I judge how good Star Wars is doing when a particular YouTuber starts crying on stream.
He cries on everything.
Dom does not cry.
He doesn't
Not
cry.
Dom.
Oh, poor Dom.
I know what he's talking about.
I
The
don't
guy's
think
talking about
Dom.
cries about everything.
Yes, he does cry about everything. Wah, wah. I don't need real life in my Star Wars. Wah. You're trying to make the Empire evil.
What?
People don't have laser swords.
What his argument was, they're trying to make the Empire look bad by what happened in last night's episode of Andor. I'm like, they're evil?
Yeah.
Yeah, the
They
Empire
kill
is
kids?
it is
Those
bad.
guys?
They destroyed it. That's what I'm saying. They didn't even watch season 1. Did you not watch season 1 where they pretty much killed an entire town of defenseless civilians in a riot?
Mhm.
Like, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know.
That is true.
You know, Darth Vader would never have allowed that to happen ever.
Yeah.
What?
Or the fact that
Darth
they literally killed 100 prisoners just to keep it secret in season 1. Like,
Wait,
like that
yeah,
didn't
Darth
happen?
Vader. You remember Anakin slaughtered a bunch of little kids, right?
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
You know,
Like he legit slaughtered little
if-
kids.
If I believe the robot chicken explanation,
That was
just
fake
sunflowers.
news.
you know, that's
Fake
why
news.
everybody's entitled to their theories.
I can't wait to hear what the guys have to say about this. About
I can't wait to
Andor on
watch it.
Sunday.
Big
I
fan
would
of
love to
season
talk to them about it. Yeah, I initially thought we were going to talk about this today before we switched directions.
He made me read Youngblood instead. So
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sorry, JJ. I'm so sorry you had to do that.
I wanted to talk about this and I wanted to talk about Last of Us, but people's like, no, we're
Right.
just doing Youngblood.
Nope, we're talking about
Nope,
Youngblood.
we're doing Youngblood.
I
And
gotta
one
watch
world
Last
under
of Us.
doom. So get used to it. And we're gonna have multiple Lexes in our Superman this week. So settle up, buddy boy.
You know,
All
it's
right.
it's just weird. Killing kids is fine, but doing that is not fine. What?
Yeah.
People are just weird when it comes to Star
People
Wars.
are weird. So
Their
let's forget about
fandoms in general. Fandoms in general are weird.
Mm.
let's just
Agreed.
talk about toys.
That's
And I don't
worse.
have a lot of toys to talk about this week. In fact, I only have one set of toys to talk about this
To the
week.
G.I. Joe.
No, it's Transformers, tying in
Oh,
with tomorrow's
oh.
NFL draft because we are getting football helmets that transform into robots.
Is that the
Yeah.
Transformer version of Shador Sanders joining the Steelers?
Possibly. But they're only giving us 4 different helmets.
That's it?
That's
What
it.
for?
Crappy
Only 4?
Cowboys,
Oh,
Not even good ones.
Nope.
Steelers, Packers, and the Kansas City Chiefs.
who picked
Nothing from our
How's there-
Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles
I was about to say,
Or
how do you not have the
my
Super Bowl
beloved
champs?
Jets.
Yeah,
Wow.
how do you not have the Super Bowl champs or a team from either of the biggest cities in America, Los Angeles or New York? Like,
I
whose
don't
idea was
know.
that? Or even the oldest teams, like where are the Bears?
Yeah,
There's no Bears fans.
These are probably the only teams that signed off on it.
it's possible.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Or they'll probably get more.
Right, because
I
it's
was about
all
to say,
the,
knowing
looks like it's
Hasbro,
all
they-
the same helmet, right? It's all the same thing. They're just repaints.
Oh yeah,
It's
they're all just
yeah.
repainted.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So all they gotta do is just
Yeah,
repaint it.
same robots, same everything. It's just repainted parts. But I think they're $25. They're not that big either. I don't remember the scale.
They're probably the size of a mini helmet, probably, I think.
But
I'm curious when Fox NFL will sue them for using an NFL robot. Wasn't that their thing?
Which still makes no sense to me.
Well, the
Why the hell
robot's
is
kind
there
of
a
gone
robot
on. The robot's moved on from just NFL. He does other sports as well.
She's
there? Doesn't
branching
he have
out.
a name?
A couple years back, he was at the WWE draft and the SmackDown War Room. So, like, he's definitely expanded his reach over.
Isn't he named like Cletus or something stupid?
That I don't know.
Cletus.
I swear, I'm not making this up.
He doesn't. Yeah, he does have a name. I don't know what it is.
I think it's like Cletus.
Like Cletus the slack-jawed yokel.
Exactly. Maybe they were trying to do a playoff of football cleats. I don't know, but that's what they did.
It is Cletus. You're
It is
100%
Cletus.
right. It's Cletus.
For your viewing pleasure, I put a blank slide in, so we have
Oh,
that.
nice, yeah.
Oh, good
Uh,
Talk
deal.
amongst yourselves.
But I said
Insert
let's
your own
talk about
news.
some video games because I've been playing video games lately, so I'm going to make you guys talk video games with me.
Nice.
Okay.
And there was a couple things that popped up in the news. One news that doesn't even relate to me, but I'm jealous that it doesn't because I don't have a PS5.
Hey.
I have an Xbox. I went in on the Xbox. I did not get a PS5, so I cannot play Ghost of Yotei, but damn it, I would because I'm still knee deep in Assassin's Creed Shadows right now, rewatching Blue Eyed Samurai in my off hours.
You didn't play Ghost of Tsushima?
No, because it's on the PlayStation. I got a PlayStation 4, but I rarely play it,
Yeah, I got
which is why I never got the 5.
Missing out.
You're missing
game.
out big time.
I'll get it eventually. I'm waiting for my little brother to get a new pro version of his PlayStation 5, and then he'll give me his old PlayStation 5 like he did with the PlayStation 4.
You're still
I'm
getting
playing,
hand-me-downs.
Look at this.
Yeah,
playing,
hand me down from my little
Indiana
brother.
Jones and the Great Circle.
Yeah.
is
Is
what
that
I'm-
hand me up?
Yeah. Well, mostly because, again, I'm still not going to play it. Like, I just don't,
Get the
I don't know. I just never
Oh,
go
God.
to the PlayStation. I go to the Xbox.
This game is beautiful.
Controller feels weird.
And my
I never had
My
a
son-
problem with that switching between controllers. I don't know.
Yeah,
why.
me neither. I can Twitch.
I don't like it.
Although
It's the same. It's a
Xbox is
little-
what I play the least, so maybe it's an Xbox thing.
It is an Xbox thing.
Yeah, I like it.
my son bought a 5 for his birthday, so when he comes home from college, I'll be able to play because he won't be home much.
There you go.
He'll be
Stick.
he'll be at work.
See?
He works during the summer.
Nice.
This is my sentiment also. Nintendo can eat my farts tomorrow.
I know. Thank God.
That's ridiculous.
Thank God my son's not asking for a new Switch because, like, buddy,
Oh,
you barely
You don't
played
want
your
to pay
first Switch.
$90 for a game?
Yeah,
How much did that end up
Yeah.
being? I heard 500.
Controllers,
but-
controllers are $95 if they break.
No, this ain't Neo Geo.
They break quite frequently, actually.
Neo Geo.
Neo Geo.
Turbo Graphics 16, baby. Go for it.
Hey, I still have it. Actually, right next to me here, I have a. Let's see, I got a JVC XI.
Oh, I
which
still
is
got
an old
this.
Sega Genesis.
Here's
Turbo
some of the,
Duo.
look
that
at the
a
extra
map?
stuff they do give you though. Look at some of this stuff. You get
That
you get a ghost mask and you get a sword kit
sash?
in the game.
Oh wow.
I want a sash.
Some
Sash.
paper crafts.
A
You got some
Suba.
origami, I guess.
Some art cards.
Ginkgo
that's
tree.
gonna
And you
be
got
Ooh.
some skins. You know, you got some outfits and horses. Always fun.
You know what would be
That's
cool if they gave you a soundtrack for like I'm sure it had like pretty cool soundtrack.
Mm.
Like a score.
No disc. Physical, digital only.
No, I need it physical.
Yeah, I like physical things. I was talking to JJ. I was like, "Can I get Baldur's Gate? But I want a physical one.
If you buy the really expensive deluxe edition, you can.
I don't want the deluxe edition. I don't need all the extra stuff. I just want the
Then you
disc.
can't.
Damn it. I'll figure something out. But, all right, so there's our first story. Me talking about a game that I can't even play. Followed up by Elder Scrolls 4
Yes!
Oblivion is getting
Yes, I
remastered.
was hoping you'd have this on there. Yes.
I kind of want.
actually
I didn't play this.
really. Oh man, I
I'm
enjoyed
looking
this
forward
for some
to it.
reason. Maybe probably because it came first in nostalgia, but I enjoyed this more than Skyrim, to be honest.
See, Skyrim will
Not-
always hold a special
I know
place
what
in
it is.
my heart because Skyrim got me to quit smoking cigarettes because
Yeah.
that's all I did. For 3
I
months
probably
of my
put
life,
more-
you can ask my wife. I went to
Yeah.
work, I came home, I played Skyrim until I went to bed, rinse and repeated for 3 months without smoking cigarettes. So
I probably
That's all I
put more
did.
hours into Skyrim total, but like this was I said probably because of nostalgia, but this was better than Skyrim in my opinion.
yeah, Skyrim. I think I played
Some of the
legit. I think I
soundtrack.
played for 128 hours. I think was the count on the thing.
See, this one comes with a soundtrack.
It does art. Well,
Yeah.
soundtrack app,
Soundtrack app,
Yeah, it's a digital download.
digital
It's a
soundtrack.
digital
Yeah.
soundtrack.
an art
Yeah.
book. But again, I'm going to go back because that kind of covers up the thing. I am looking forward to trying the old one. I didn't play the what was the sequel thing? The online game they had.
Elder
That was
Scrolls
kind of
Online.
the sequel to Skyrim. They did. I didn't do that one.
Oh, this is coming to all systems.
Yeah, I just want to play like the original game. So I'm up to try this one. I might give this one a go.
I'm
This is
cheer.
out already, right?
Is it?
I believe so, or at least it's out to like people who play games online. I guess
It might be.
I've seen people.
Like on Game Pass or something.
Like it might have just gotten released. I'm not 100%. I was just kind of scrolling through and like, ooh, Elder Scrolls. And then
Yeah,
the
pretty
last
sure.
thing is another game that's coming, and I still have to play Elden Ring. I own it. I haven't
Wow.
played it yet.
You're in
we
for
are getting a
about
sequel for it.
200 hours right there.
I know. It's like it's on my to-do list. I don't half-ass games. When I play a game, I play it beginning to end. I do all the side quests, side missions, collectibles,
Yeah.
anything that I could
Elden Ring's
possibly
gonna take-
do.
Like a 100% completion guy? Is that you?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's him.
That's why when I heard they did the digital update or the DLC for Star Wars Outlaws, I'm like, shit, now I got to go back to that because I had done it all. Now I got to go back because they added more. So I got to go do it. But this is just giving us a handful of the classes that you're going to be able to play as characters. You got kind of like an archer, mage, tank. And I'm going to guess the Duchess is more like a
Like,
assassin type of
all right.
ranger or quicker,
Politician.
deadly elusive.
You invoke trade blockades and
Dance at weddings.
yeah.
But
Good job.
I don't know. We got more coming, so there's still 4 more classes to go until launch. I don't know. This sounds like it's gonna be a lot. Because I will
haven't
admit,
played
some games
any
can
of
do
these
too
games.
much and go too far. Because what was the game? Kingdom Come that just came out, or like a month or so
Oh.
ago?
Kingdom Come Deliverance. Yeah.
Yes,
Deliverance.
I got that. And man, that's just too much work.
You.
That's like you got to live the life of a person. in
you
medieval
literally
times.
start off as like an illiterate person and learn how to read.
Yeah,
What?
like you legit
Yeah.
got to do everything.
Wow.
That's
Nope.
crazy.
Like, you're gonna stay here in this house. The old ladies will go fetch firewood. Oh, shit, now I gotta go out and run errands. I gotta run errands just to keep playing the game, and then hope I don't get killed by other knights because I don't know how to fight. Because the fighting style is also weird because you actually have to block and fight. It's not just button
You
smashing.
have to parry and everything else.
You got to parry and you got to worry about blocking the
That
right
sounds
way.
like too much.
It was too much. Well, that's why I put it down and said, "Well, I'm not
You
gonna play
said-
that." And I played Indiana Jones instead.
Which is also good.
Just give me my old school turn-based
nothing to do.
JRPGs. Damn it!
Oh,
That's
that's
all
some
I
good
want.
stuff.
I like turn-based.
I like a
better.
good. Give me a good Chrono Trigger. Final Fantasy. I'm in.
You got to get the
I do Ultimate
re-release
Game.
of the Lunar games.
Heroes or whatever they are.
I did get. I haven't tried it yet, but I did get Civilization 7 because I do like playing a good Civ game every once in a while. It's a palate cleanse. I can go and try to build up my city, build up my civilization, my multiple cities.
Or to
You're gonna have Godzilla
Built
coming
this
for it.
city.
Yeah, no Godzilla though.
looking forward to the new Star
All
Wars
right.
game. It's gonna be XCOM, kind of.
Our last bit here is I do have a few comic book stories thrown here at the end. No second prints, Dub, because I didn't want to anger myself in seeing some of the second print incentives they're going to force on us because some of the books I showed you today we're getting again. Just so you know. Like that Predator book, guess what? That Ryan Brown cover, it's getting the virgin treatment for a second print already announced.
Yeah.
That Wolverine
not.
cover is getting a second.
Oh yeah, the
printing
Wolverine
version.
also getting a virgin version, the Daniel Warren
Virgin
Johnson.
version.
But here we got an article about an interview with Grant Morrison talking about returning to Batman for DC. In there, he was saying something about Superman, saying never say never, but his ideas right now was to do some more Batman. So no All-Star Superman, considering, I guess that's what people are wanting with Superman coming out. He's like, nope, he's got a Batman thing on the brain. So we'll be seeing Grant Morrison doing some more Batman of Zur-En-Arrh. I don't know.
Zur-En-Arrh.
It's possible. But
I mean, last time he did Batman, we got Damian, right?
That is true.
Yeah.
That is true. He did give us Damian, apart from Zur-En-Arrh.
Listen, don't curse DC like this, damn it. Mark Miller coming in Superman title, damn it.
Oh, jeez. That would not be pleasant.
I'm off Superman now.
And even though he is not here, he is here in spirit because I know he would like a couple of these stories, like this. Marvel going into the cosmic realm. So Marco would enjoy hearing about more Marvel cosmic, as do I. Imperial, okay. We'll see where it goes. These Gladiator Hulks kind of look like those leaks that we got for Doomsday and Secret Wars.
The leaks.
I think maybe they were looking at this and just running through some AI generation things. But we'll see. Some Nova, some Star-Lord, more cosmic stuff. Hickman. I'm interested.
Going back to Planet Hulk.
Well, I can deal with a little bit of it. I just want more cosmic in general. Well, Guardians. It's possible we can get Guardians back, but I kind of want, not just the Guardians. I would like to see how other cosmic entities and heroes work with it. Let's see what the Nova Corps does with stuff. We don't need the Guardians. We got the Nova Corps.
Is Hulkling and Wicked still in space?
I don't know. I don't know what the hell happened to. Well, Hulkling he's the Emperor or whatever, isn't he? Of the Skrulls or some.
Kree, I don't know what he is.
He's like both or part.
Yeah, he was a uniter or something, right?
Yeah, exactly. He's supposed to be a bridging the gap between the races or aliens or whatever.
He was the chosen one, I think.
There's always got to be a chosen one.
He's
just need some. We just need Eddie Murphy to show up.
Golden Child.
I want the knife. Please. All right, moving on. How about, again, another Marco favorite, some more 2099 business.
What?
We're getting Doom.
Is it Doomio?
Yeah, Doomio.
Doomeo.
It's doomed with a D. Not an O. It's a D.
The big D.
Future is doomed. So we're going to get Old Man Logan, Rachel Summers, the Phoenix, Bishop, Cosmic Ghost Rider, Maestro, and Deathlock.
Oh, my.
And Doom 2099.
Can't they just bring back the 31st century freaking Guardians of the Galaxy?
We could.
Galactic Guardians?
Like Charlie 27.
I love that series.
Matrix.
Yes.
And the
Prism.
old school Yondu.
Prism.
Vance Astro.
Vance Astro. That's right.
Yeah,
He had a cape.
No, you can't go wrong. Guy's got a cape.
yeah.
He got a cape.
He also had a symbiote.
He did? I missed that.
I don't.
All right. Well, how about this news then? Coming soon
Peter's
to
just
Moon
depressed.
Knight, Stephen Platt returns to the character that put him on the map.
Wow.
Splat. For Moon Knight issue 250 or 10, depending on what version of numbering you would like to go with.
Is he just doing a variant cover?
I think he's just doing a cover, yeah.
No.
just like a B cover or
It's not like a hidden gem. Was it like they did for that 1 in 100 where it's just like, hey, let's recolor and use his art again.
yeah. That's this is new art. I mean, he still does stuff, not a lot, but he's still working. But Jed McKay's run hits its climax. No pun intended. No corner splooge needed.
Splooge on the wall. The jizz variant.
Yeah, we had a whole thing, Dub.
We've been through a lot.
I made a poor choice in my graffiti drippings, and it just went the wrong way. I shouldn't have went with white.
Okay.
My bad, folks. But with that is all the news we got.
Yay.
And that's all. Big Trouble in Little China. Why are we talking about Big Trouble in Little China?
Golden
That's
Child.
got my
Because they were
attention.
talking about the Golden Child of John
Carpenter,
Carpenter.
Carpenter didn't make Golden Child, but he begrudgingly made Big Trouble in Little China.
Yep.
We should say that.
If you ever want to listen to something, like I don't know if it's on any of the Blu-rays, but the old like collector's edition DVD commentary that John Carpenter put down for Big Trouble in Little China is pretty good.
You need to hear him doing. He's singing the song too for Big Trouble in Little China.
Yeah,
his band. We got big trouble.
John Carpenter's band?
Yeah,
Oh wow.
that was part of his deal. He's like, we're doing the soundtrack then.
Yeah, sure, whatever. Just do it. Just make the movie.
Oh, speaking of Carpenter, you know what else has been on lately? The Thing.
I love the thing.
I love
Four
The Thing.
Windows.
I even like the prequel, damn it.
It's not the same.
The
It's
video
not
game
the
was
same.
good.
But I don't know. Do we have anything else? I mean, we can just hang out and bullshit for another half hour or so. Otherwise, we can say, "Hey, we did this in 2 hours." That's
Did you guys
the-
talk about Last of Us already?
No,
Nope.
I didn't do any
No
shows
TV reviews? Oh, okay.
You do any shows?
We
because
can if you want to.
if you guys want to chat for a bit, I'll listen as long as you don't spoil because I didn't watch it yet.
Never
Stuff
watched it
happens.
yet.
It's not
Yeah, I don't want to.
Well, I didn't have time.
Spoil
I
anything for
watched
you.
nothing
It's
but
okay.
wrestling. This
Yeah,
whole
it-
weekend was nothing but wrestling.
There was like
That led into
500 hours of
Monday.
wrestling this weekend, so
Yeah,
Yeah,
then
that
it
was
was
every-
Monday and Monday Night Raw, and then we had Tuesday. I had NXT, so it was
Yeah.
I couldn't tap out.
Since you brought it up, tomorrow night is our WrestleMania weekend review over on Absolute.
That is true. Yes,
Off
there it
Mac-
is. I was gonna say I'd put the new thing in there.
nice. So we'll find out about who got what points, and we'll
That's
find out what everybody thought of the whole weekend of WrestleMania tomorrow night. I know some people have strong opinions about some of the things that happened during and after WrestleMania. So I will say
Very much
that
so.
my wife was very, very excited. She called
Really?
Randy Orton's opponent and who
Oh.
the guy she thought it was, and
I
she
did not think of
she
him.
nailed it. I didn't either. I'm like,
I
no,
didn't
they're not
think
going to
of him
bring
at
him
all.
on. They're not going to do. I told her even when she said it, I'm like, no, they wouldn't do that. And then she did it, and she's like, I knew it. She was jumping around the house. She was so excited. It was so funny.
Yeah, it was great. Fantastic.
All I can tell you about Last of Us is don't spoil it for yourself.
Okay. Well, like I said, I'm gonna
That's
watch
solid
it.
advice.
Avoid the internet.
I almost watched it last night, but like I said, I ended up watching NXT first, and then by the time NXT was done, I was like, I'm tired. I don't think I'll
Watch
be able
it,
to finish
watch it
Last
before you
of
can
Us.
possibly spoil yourself.
So again, I planned to watch it today because I didn't think we were going to do a show. We talked about it. I'd even said, no show. I'm tired. I need a break.
Yeah.
And then Marco got me to think about doing that top 5 segment. And then I built a deck using the books from this week. And I'm like, well, I already got that done because I made the template for going forward. And I'm like, so now that's done. We can do a show.
Might as well use it.
Yeah, might as
Put the
well.
work in.
Well,
Yeah.
we could do it. Well, we got reviews. I can read some comics. I can read some comics today. And then news just kind of rolled into, well, I'll sit at work. I was like, I don't know what else to do. Like, I'll just email myself some news stories and I'll make the deck when I get home. because I had to pick up my son anyway to get home early today.
Yeah, I'm
But,
curious
stuff
to
this
hear what you thought about this week's episode, Pete, as a game player, not a non-PlayStation guy. So I want to hear what you thought, and then I definitely want to
Yeah,
get your
I'll let
reaction
you know. I know things happen. Like I've seen like headlines. I didn't read anything that spoiled anything. I just
No.
read like people being divisive and all that kind of stuff. That I don't know. We'll see.
the level of just what I see. Like, oh, this is different from the game. It's different from the game. Well, I mean, it's an adaptation. It's not going to be shot for shot everything that you see, and
Yeah, it's not done by Zack Snyder.
you saw the first season. If you watch the first season, you know they will stray from the original story, and they will, tell different stories and adjust things as needed for the television audience.
show.
So,
Yeah.
So it's
I feel ways about it, but I'm not going to say much because I'm afraid I will spoil it.
fair.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get too weeds of my explanation of things, and I'm gonna spoil it. But
One of my
I probably feel differently than some.
one of my favorite scoopers / reviewers, Grace Randolph, she tapped out. She tapped out because of what happened. She tapped out. She said she's not watching anymore.
I've seen that.
bigger
I've seen
sentiment
that
than
reaction a lot. Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, I can't wait to see what happens. I doubt I'm going to tap out though.
No, but
I don't know.
It's a story. To check out the story and see what happens.
Now, if like two Lex Luthors show up in the middle of this thing without explanation, then I might tap out.
One was Lex, one
That's
was
fair.
Alexander.
And one later blows the other's head off in the comic.
Well, what I really
Literally.
loved is
That was great.
the one's name was XL,
XL.
which was just Lex backwards, but at the same time also was an L, like a Kal-El. It was just like, clever on
having
all.
sexual fantasies about him at the beginning of it. But
What? Wait, did all this happen in comics today? What am
Yeah,
I?
that was in
Superman comic.
25.
Yeah.
Superman.
Oh my god! Did everybody have superpowers in the Superman comic?
Yeah,
Yep.
Yeah.
that really, I got used to that. Remember when I had
Yeah.
questions about it?
Yeah, with the action comic. Yeah, we read that.
The
a
action,
while
I had
ago.
questions about it, but JJ was taken for a ride with that one. You're like, wait a second,
There's like 25. There's like 25 characters in the whole book, and like 20 of them have superpowers.
And not just superpowers, but like
Yeah.
Superman-based,
Superman powers.
Kryptonian-based
Right.
superpowers.
Superman powers. Right. Sorry.
Superman family, guys. Superman family.
Right. The whole family.
Hey, Batman family, they all have detective skills.
That's
I think
easier
you
to
can
pick
learn that. You learn that from Batman.
Well,
I still
they
say
will all
this
start
week's
wearing dark
Batman-
clothes and go out at night. That's all they
And
had
this
to
week's
do. Like,
Batman,
where are these
his
Hide the
detective
shadows.
skills are a bit off.
flying around? Laser beams coming out of people's eyes. Freaking laser beams on top of their heads.
Zaggy, if you got a bump on your tongue, that's called oral herpes. So you should go see your doctor.
Yeah, they got a pill for that.
Actually, a dentist.
It could just be an infection that's not herpes related.
Okay, oral warts.
Be a
Cancer.
blister.
He's
Don't
got
look
an
it up.
inflamed. He's got an inflamed taste bud.
There you
That's what
go.
they call it these days.
I don't know. I'm just glad he wasn't around for the white stuff on the.
Oh, no.
We didn't need him. It was covered.
That's
I'm
what
gonna
happens in
show you
crime
my new
alley.
toy that I got. This showed up this week.
wow.
Ooh,
I know. I'm so excited. I just got it. This is just
Read-only
came in the
memory.
mail.
Hold on. I want to get this. So it's there. This one.
Read-only memory.
Yeah. So it comes with a tiny little comic book. It's a ROM number 1 over here.
Oh, with the little books.
Yeah. So it comes with
Forgot about that.
all the accessories as the OG one does. If you look back there, you can kind of see the OG one.
Mm-hmm.
And so he comes with all the same little pieces and parts. This was one of the toys that was on my short list the OG, and then so like they made a little Legends one, so I had to get that too. So it just kind of, I just got it this week, like 2 days ago. So
I see the turtle van behind you too. I got my turtle van behind me.
the transform, yep,
The Transformer turtle van.
yeah. I'm a huge fan. I mean, I love robots, so this was a no brainer for me, and I'm excited that I got in. I was worried because I think they're starting to get hard to find. So I don't normally pre-order, but when I do, it's got to be something really quick.
Yeah, I haven't pre-ordered in a while. I almost did the other day. I was like looking and I started putting things in my cart, and then I'm like, do I really need all these? And I said no.
Yeah, right.
Just left the cart full of stuff. Like, I don't know if I need all these G.I. Joes. It's like, but it's Cobra Commander in the armor, 6-inch size.
Yeah,
I'm like,
Cobra Commander version 3.
And then I think they had Snake Eyes, the version. I don't know if it's 2, the one where he's got blue. He's got some blue.
Yeah, that's a later one. Yeah.
Oh, I did learn something
Cartoon
about
one.
CGC this week. Well, last week actually.
What's that?
What's that?
If you send your CGC submission in using FedEx, that label 1 box per box or whatever, instead of sending it through the post office, they will log your box in the same day. When they send it to the post office, huh?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was
No. Yeah, explain what you mean.
Yeah, explain what you said.
Yeah, when they receive a box through UPS,
Mm-hmm.
it'll take probably like 4 or 5 days before they acknowledge that the box was received.
Ah, I gotcha.
Oh,
With FedEx, they acknowledge it the same day, and then
They probably have to.
Yeah, and then with UPS, it usually take 14 days to get it logged into the books logged into the system.
Wow.
It took 8 days for FedEx.
UPS or USPS?
UPS, I mean USPS, post office. I mean,
Yeah.
I wonder if that's
Well, because also
anything
even
to do with
sometimes like UPS will hand off crap to the USPS to like finish the last stretch of this. I'm like, and that's when
And-
chicken
Actually, I think they ended that program. I think that SurePost or whatever it was called.
Yeah, well, stuff kept getting lost every time there was the handoff. Like it would show in the mail. I was like, all right, it arrived in my post office. It arrived in my post office days later. It arrived in my post office. I'm like, that shit's gone.
And if you have a book that has a mechanical error, they send it in, and you put other books in it, they will look actually add the books in 2 days after opening it, which is 2 days after receiving it. If you mechanical error in the book, have a mechanical error in there with your regular submission. So that's another trick you can use with CGC. Just saying.
So send everything FedEx.
FedEx and throw a mechanical error in there, and they will open your bug box within 2 days, and all the books will be in the system within 2 days.
What do you mean with a mechanical error?
You know, label, crack.
When they make a mistake.
slab,
You have to get it reholstered.
rehold. They don't do it with reholder. You don't mark anything on the box. They just get to it when they get to it with reholders.
But if it's their fault, they'll do it quicker, right?
Yeah.
Like a cracked, like you said, a cracked or a messed up label or
Yes.
switched out label.
Yeah, you only have 14 days to correct that. If not, you
send it back. Your error, wrong grade. This isn't an 8-0.
Mechanical error, wrong grade.
Did you guys see the speaking of Bat Family stuff? Did you see the Batman anime announcements or whatever?
No.
No.
It's like a Bat Fam anime they're gonna do.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Of like the whole Bat family, like the Brady Bunch.
Sort of. It was something
The
about like
youngest one in silence.
they're also gonna do like a Get Jiro, like the sushi master books. Interesting.
Are you talking about the Yakuza one, JJ?
I think so. Yeah.
The Yakuza,
Did that come out?
I think we. Yeah, I didn't know it was out. I know we talked about that like a month or so, like earlier this year. I know we talked about it, that it was coming.
Yakuza sounds familiar.
Yeah, because it was like the Batman Ninja type thing, and it had. I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we made fun of it a few weeks ago, just based on the picture.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Kind of want to watch some anime right now. You get that mood. You're just in an anime mood. Like, just want to watch some anime.
You don't have time for
inappropriate
anime,
music.
Pete. You have Last of Us to watch. You have Andor to watch.
I know. Well,
You got
Andor,
too
I
many
can't do
things.
that. Like Andor's 3 episodes. I mean, no, that's too much.
Yeah.
And
what
they're
was that
long.
episode dropped?
How was
They're
it on
long
ABC
episodes.
today?
They're like 45 minutes.
You know, it was on
45
ABC
minutes.
today.
ABC? No, I don't even know if I have ABC.
Yeah, regular old ABC. Andor season 2 was on before
Really?
we started.
Season
My
2?
wife pointed it out.
Season
Yeah,
1.
I thought it was season 1 too. Season 1 as well. I said it's probably season 1. She's like, no,
Also-
it's season 2, episode 1. I'm like,
And other
"Oh."
things, and/or if you want to catch up on the first season, they actually put a pretty decent like recap, 20-minute recap thing on Disney Plus from the first season.
Oh,
20 minutes.
So,
I'll watch the
yeah.
whole thing. No, it's not 20 minutes, but
it may be shorter than that. I don't know. Like,
yeah,
credits
no,
and
I
all
know
that.
what you're saying though.
yeah, I should have
Well,
watched that
better
first.
than the WrestleMania recaps they fill the time with on all the damn shows.
Too much.
Too much.
Like I saw the match. Stop showing the whole thing.
If you do want to watch an anime, Lazarus has been not too bad.
Oh, that's
The,
right. And Devil May Cry.
Cowboy
Still, I
Bebop
gotta-
creator and stuff.
I gotta finish Devil May Cry.
Still got to
Devil May
start it.
Cry was a thing. It wasn't bad. I don't know if it was good either, but
I think we're getting a new Love, Death, and Robots soon too.
Yeah.
Which I'm looking forward to. I always like those. Anyway, are we? I guess we're done with our chit chat portion of the evening. I guess I think we covered enough. It's 11:30. We're kind of wrapping up early. Look at this. It's 2 hours and 15 minutes. It's still early in our after hours portion of the show
that's early.
for us.
Well, we don't have any stories about sneakers or
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
no
I-
sneakers.
HVAC
Like
being upside
HVAC
down.
repair and
Anybody do any fishing? Anybody fishing?
no fishing or
No fishing.
HVAC problems.
Soccer game?
Nope.
Soccer
coaching?
stories
No.
or lost shoes in the mud.
let me tell you about this time I was at Target buying Pokemon cards and
And the guy was stalking me.
Oh, we got
somebody
that.
spilled pickles or I don't know.
Oh, I can't wait till we hear all the stories about who the worst travelers in the world are, though, because I'm pretty sure it's coming, and he's going to offend some folks.
I like how I don't know if you guys watched Sunday's show, but he kind of popped in there for a little bit.
I heard
He's
he
probably
popped
watching
in
now.
there, but
I thought it was
He did?
hilarious that he popped in there and he's like, "Hey, celebration, all that's been pretty good." In the text thread or the chat thread, like all we got was like complaints about how poorly the celebration was being ran.
Place
Yeah.
was a shit show. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah, you don't know where to go. You got to walk through 3 buildings to get to the
Yeah.
place you're
They make you
going.
walk 8 miles uphill both ways.
Oh my god.
Wait, you guys did a Sunday show?
Monday show.
Monday.
well,
We did a
Monday.
Monday
I
show.
should
We
say
did.
it's
It was
Monday.
on Monday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they did a
Got it.
Monday
Monday.
show.
Our Sunday show was Monday.
Gotcha.
Yeah, we took Easter
Yeah.
Sunday off and did Monday.
Yeah, okay. That
Yeah.
okay. That makes sense.
Yeah, and then I did the watch list on Tuesday instead of Monday to give the boys time, not because I was watching the Raw after WrestleMania.
Yeah, sure.
Sure.
Play less.
Yeah, I had too much happening. I didn't know what was going on.
Plus, I had to go to work that day too, so it was just in the office. This week has just been all off and not going as planned, but still going well. I think. Like, we didn't plan to do a show tonight, but still had fun.
I say yes.
True.
Yeah, thank you guys for doing the show. Like I didn't even know that was. Yeah, I just found out a little while ago. My chat was on mute all weekend, like on Sunday, because you guys were talking about what was happening, and I was behind, so I just muted it, and I didn't want to get spoiled on anything, so because we were late, and
Fair
then
enough.
I thought I turned it back on, but I was getting no, and then like I get in the chat, and it's like I missed like 2 days worth of chat. I'm like, oh, what is happening right now? What did I miss? I'm like, oh, everybody's been quiet. Everybody must be busy, nobody's talking about anything. And nope, you guys were talking. I just didn't know what was happening. So and I saw it
JJ
today, I
was
was
like, "You guys want to do a show?"
It's
like,
like,
"Yeah,
wait, what?
He's like, "We can do a show, do something, right?" I'm like, "Maybe." I was like,
Yeah,
"I don't know."
JJ was almost going to do a solo show on Last of Us and Andor. That would have been awesome.
Yeah, like,
Or sports.
Didn't watch it.
I
or
said draft.
sports, or NFL draft talk. Yeah.
Yeah.
oh, we could have done a whole draft show.
Yeah,
We
I could
could've.
have done like a draft tier list or a full round mock draft.
And the Lions are not taking Sanders. Heck no.
I know.
We already had our Sanders.
They need a backup. They got to take Sanders.
Oh God.
What about
No.
the kid they took? The
I was joking.
Oh, we're
Hooker.
good. Hooker. We
Somebody
have
put
Hendon
a
Hooker.
Hooker.
Yeah.
I saw where supposedly he gave like the worst. Of course, it was an anonymous like assistant coach that said it, but I guess he gave like one of the worst interviews like this coach has ever seen, like formal interview or whatever they do. I don't know.
Sanders.
Yeah, Sanders.
Oh yeah, I believe that.
I don't know. I
He
think
just
he
got his
actually I
jersey
think he's gonna
retired
end up
though.
with,
So
I think he's gonna end up with the Saints probably. number 9. But
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know where it's going to end up now at this point. I feel like he's going to slip. I think we're going to see like a Rodgers. He's sitting there for a while, like, man.
you know, I mean, he might make it back around. I'll make it back around to 21. Steelers might take.
And then when he makes it to the Steelers, and then the Steelers don't pick him because I don't think they will either. Somebody will trade back up again.
So then somebody's going to take him early in the second, then, right? Like, I mean, the Browns. Like, if he gets into the second round, the Browns.
Oh, he's not going to go in the second round. I still think he'll be late. I think he'll just go past the Steelers. Somebody will trade back in or trade up, into the first round to get him. It could be like the Giants moving up from the second pick in the second round, like 10 spots, and they don't have to give up much kind of thing. Or, one of the other crappy teams like the Saints or the Browns. Who knows?
I don't know. It'll be interesting.
Are the Jets still going to have? Oh yeah, there you go. That's what I was going to ask.
What's that?
Who the Jets are going to get?
I want either the Membu, I want to play right tackle, or the tight end from Penn State.
Oh, Tyler Warren.
Yeah, give me Tyler Warren.
That's what I hope the Colts get. Colts need Warren, or Colts either need Warren, or I'd be happy to with like if he falls that far, which he won't, like Will Johnson at quarterback or something like that, or Campbell at linebacker would be good too.
Mm-hmm. There's another tight end they've been talking up a lot lately. The last like 2 days
from Michigan.
Michigan, yeah, the Michigan kid.
Actually, I think if the team's a tight end, I think Mason Taylor in like the second or third round would be a better value than either one of those guys, probably.
Maybe. I don't know. I just know what we need. A lot. We need a lot of work.
As we transition to sports, everyone's saying good night in the chat.
Yeah. That tells us we made a good call not doing a football only
I still
show.
say next time Marco's on vacation, though, all sports show, just sports.
I'm not opposed to that. I think that'll be fun.
Don't text me to come on. Unless you're talking tennis. Thank you very much.
Tennis.
I'm a tennis guy.
Yeah.
I used to like Bernard Chang back in the day.
Oh my god.
Was that his name?
Philippopoulos.
Well, I like Chang because he was Asian, and I'm half Asian. So I'm like, yeah.
Most of my tennis knowledge comes from Sega Virtua Tennis.
I love those games. They need to come out with more Sega tennis games.
True.
Missed opportunity. I don't want to play Mario Tennis.
What's wrong with Mario Tennis? That's actually pretty fun.
Yeah,
it's fun.
I remember on the Virtua Tennis on the Dreamcast was surprisingly super addictive.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Sega Virtua Tennis was awesome. I played the arcade and on Dreamcast. So good. That's where Philippopoulos comes from.
Tommy Haas.
Yeah, no, I never really played a lot of the tennis games. Played more Hot Shots Golf.
Hot Shots Golf was fun. That was fun.
It was.
It was fun.
I can't watch real golf. Like when people are talking, you watch the Masters? No. Watch the Masters.
I was at my friend's house and
I used to pick up the Tiger
they were
Woods games,
watching the Masters. It was so boring. So boring.
Yeah, and it was actually an exciting finish for the Masters too. It was like a play.
That was exciting?
Still boring. Still boring though. It's like to me that and
for golf,
baseball are the two sports I can't watch live. Like I can't watch golf live and I can't watch baseball live. Like
I can still watch baseball live.
I can watch highlights and kind of get into baseball a little bit, but I can't watch live.
When they got to the 18th hole, did Joe Hendry come out?
Joe Hendry.
When what happened?
Joe Hendry came out on the 18th hole. He's popping up everywhere.
Yeah,
he's everywhere.
Yeah, he was on NXT.
I believe.
I gotta watch NXT tonight.
Oh, sorry.
For the WWE.
No, you're all right. That's fine. They don't matter.
I had no idea who he was. He came out. I'm like, why is Jake Gyllenhaal with blonde hair in the ring? Like, what's going
Jake
on?
Gyllenhaal.
He looks like Jake Gyllenhaal.
Wave your hands.
Taking that Roadhouse character.
I was like, Randy, please take him out. Take him out, Randy.
Oh, you leave Joe Hendry alone.
Yeah, you leave Joe Hendry alone. Joe Hendry is awesome. He's going to be your WWE champion soon.
So now they're just going to let Walmart workers become the champion? It's like a Walmart greeter.
Doesn't work at
Walmart
Walmart.
greeter.
They don't have Walmart in Scotland, do they?
They probably do. They have B&M stores.
Oh, never mind. That's Kevin Owens. He's the Walmart greeter of the WWE.
Oh, you leave KO out of this too.
Yeah.
Oh,
For KO.
I can't win here. I can't win here.
No, you
Can't
can't.
win.
Nope. No, you can't.
No.
No, you can't. So with that, yeah, that's all we got for you tonight. Let's wrap it up. We're still kind of early for what we normally do.
Yeah.
No, there will not be a dollar bin digging tomorrow because I didn't do it yet. Maybe I'll squeeze it in for Saturday. We do have wrestling tomorrow over on Absolute Geek. Make sure you go and check it out. See the fallout from WrestleMania 41. A lot of things happened. Turns.
Oh,
We
a lot of things happened. A lot of things didn't happen.
Yes, a lot of people appeared. A lot of people didn't appear.
Mhm.
A lot of people gave interviews and said some shit they shouldn't have.
Oh, Pat McAfee showed him.
But it doesn't matter what you think. Then Friday, I will
It's all
have the hot
clickbait
10
anyway.
for you. And then the boys qualified right after the hot 10. You guys are doing crypto?
So,
Crypto comics, yeah.
Oh, crypto. Oh, yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah,
so,
talking about some crypto
like
this
the
week.
Bitcoin
Not,
handbook and
yeah,
all that
not
stuff.
the digital currency.
Oh,
Yeah, no,
oh.
yeah, no,
No,
not cryptocurrency.
we do not
Crypto the
condone
super
that.
dog.
I thought I was going to get a review of the Bitcoin handbook and other comics.
So, yeah, taxes. You're going to talk about paying your taxes?
Yeah,
and
we're going to talk about
Bitcoin?
NFTs and
NFTs.
all that
Okay.
fun stuff. And then, I don't know, maybe a dollar bin digging for this weekend if I can get it done. But it is still kind of a busy week for me. I don't know. I'm going to do what I can. Normal schedule once we get back on to things with Star Wars. We'll be back on Sunday. The Wednesday watch list will be back on Monday. Also, SNS will be back on Saturday. Anyway,
that was my
SNS
next
is back
question.
this week.
Nice.
Nice.
SNS
So-
is back. So that's Saturday night at
we'll get back.
8 o'clock
9.
EST?
9. I think it's still.
Nine.
9 EST.
9 o'clock. Yeah, 9 o'clock
Those,
now.
those Arizonians who don't recognize daylight savings for now, they're on time with us.
9 o'clock.
9
And then
o'clock.
Star Wars.
Oh, shoot.
Star Wars
I
on
can't wait to
Sunday.
hear about Andor. I'm excited to
Star
hear
Wars.
about
Yeah, we'll be
Andor.
back
I'd love to
on
come and talk to them about Andor.
Nothing happened
Mondays.
in Star Wars this week.
Yeah, nothing.
Yeah.
No big deal.
Nothing at all.
No big deal.
Nothing happened this past week in Star Wars.
Something happened in
Quiet
Japan.
Slow show, quick show.
Quiet week.
Yeah, quiet week in
Quiet.
Star Wars. And
Well, they
then Monday, Wednesday watch list on Monday again, probably. I'm guessing
Yep.
we're back to the Monday schedule. Yeah, nice.
Yeah, I'll be back on Monday with that, and then we'll roll from there. I even might try to squeeze in a Chasing Ghosts at some point because I got
Ooh.
some recommendations from some folks, and I got some things planned out. I haven't
Very ambitious.
done one of those in a while.
Very ambitious piece.
We'll see. I don't know.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I'll try to find spare time where I can.
I'll,
Doing recorded stuff, I can do on my own time. Doing stuff where I have to be scheduled to be in a certain place at a certain time, that gets tougher for me. But I can squeeze 20 minutes in here and there between, things I'm supposed to do at home.
True.
For those who are watching, Tuesday will be the 4th episode of my Doctor Who show over on my channel.
That's right. Check out Styx's channel. Also,
Yeah,
We'll be-
down below.
We'll be stepping into the David Tennant era. This coming up.
Ooh.
Ooh, I still got to make it over there. I don't know if I'll be able to make it next week, but maybe.
Okay.
It'll depend
Whenever
on
you can, you're more than welcome. You don't even need to say, "Hey, I'm coming." You know how to
So
come
you
on.
guys did an episode last night, Sticks?
Yes.
So was it still Eccleston?
It was last night was the second half of
Part
the
two. Oh,
empty
right,
child
right. Okay.
of the empty child. Yeah,
Mm.
Doctor Dances. We did
So
that.
next
Oh,
week
yeah,
we're moving
mommy.
on to.
Yeah, next week we're
next
going to be
week
going
we're gonna
into.
have a Tennant episode.
I have a little bit of a retrospective in the beginning, and then we're going to get into David Tennant.
Nice, awesome.
Do love Tennant. Do love
Yeah.
Tennant.
Are you going to convince Jedi and Joe to cosplay as doctors?
If I thought I could get them past that, I don't think I could. I don't know who would you give? None of them. Well, he could do the Jedi. Could do the 11th Doctor when he's got the beard.
Yeah.
And that season.
I don't think
I think
I'm
I
not
would
going to
see
go looks wise. I'm thinking more. I think I could see Jedi in more of the 60s action era John Pertwee episodes. Seeing Jedi running around, jumping out of the car, working with Unit,
There you go. Okay. Yeah.
Unit.
Joe, I give him the scarf. Let him do more of the.
Oh, yeah, Joe with the
give Joe more of the Baker stuff.
Yeah, I can go for those. Yeah, absolutely.
Anyway, I don't know. Well, if you guys know what I'm talking about,
Somebody AI that, please. AI that.
we can try that. But I think that's all we got for you. So again, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week. And again, check out Kingdom of Nerds. Check out Styx's channel. Check out the shows. We got the DCU dropping tomorrow. We got Doctor Who coming next week. We got wrestling on Absolute Geek tomorrow, and all the stuff we have here on our normal schedule. Going from Friday. Friday on will be normal. With that said, we'll see you all later. All right.
Peace.